What's good with y'all? Meaning to do a live stream. Been crazy busy. What's going on? I'm trying to send this a little bit. Is that better? Let me back this thing up lightly. Okay. What's good? E, what's good, E? How yo? Damn, this crazy ass glare. Give me 1 second. Crazy ass glare. Okay, that's better. That is better. Jamal, what's good? Email belt, taking belt from Crawford. Oh, appreciate you, Maul. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I really do. If you ever watch fucking like 1 minute of an interview, I appreciate that. I guess the topic of conversation on everybody's mind is Terence Crawford taking a meeting with Oscar De La Hoya. I'll let a couple people come on. A couple people, probably a little bit more. I've seen a lot of dudes getting on Bud. I've seen a lot of dudes caping for Bud. And it just seems like it's either just one or the other. Like there's no in between. And I guess that's where we are right now. So give your thoughts on it. Do you think it's a good move? Do you think it's a bad move? Before we start, give your thoughts on it in the comments. And make sure you like the video. Pillow. Oh shit. Oh man. My back ain't what it was. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think signing with Golden Boy would be a good move, or signing with Golden Boy would be a bad move? Let me know. Just what's good, man? Ain't seen you in a minute. All right, to me, it makes no sense. All right, we'll bring my man Johnny in. Hey Jay, what's good, Jay?
Yo, what's popping?
My man, Full Throttle.
What's the
All right,
topic?
my man Maul says it makes no sense for Crawford to fight Roca. He should be fighting Ortiz and Spence next. Okay. My man E, I'm good. Whatever Bud do or EJ do, I'm gonna support. Now, let's get the Philly boxing history documented. Yo, I actually want to go around to all the old school trainers and get like all their stories on wax because I feel like they be having the best shit, like sparring sessions you never heard about. My man Ben, Golden Boy better come with a big bag to get Bud away from BLK Prime. All right, salute to you, Kyle. My man, boxing sections in the building. My man, Solomon Walker. We got to get the subscribers up. I'm constantly dropping good content. Yeah, Solomon. Yo, I should have more subscribers. I'm blessed to have the subscribers that I have now, but I feel like I should have a little bit more. And it's probably because I don't play like a Spence side or Bud side or, super pro PBC, anti PBC. I hate Al Heyman. I don't really do none of that. All right, Johnny, real fast. All right, salute to my man Solomon Walker for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. All right, Johnny, I'll let you go first. Your thoughts on Terence Crawford taking a meeting with Oscar De La Hoya and Benard Hopkins?
What's my thought? I'm not surprised.
Why are you not
surprised? Going to sign with him. He probably just leveraging what's the best option for him.
Okay.
But I told people I could see Bud versus Rocha next because Virgil gonna fight Sandy Onis, and I think after is there anybody in front of Rocha after Virgil?
There's Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman about to fight Spence.
That's it.
Yep. And them two with them fights. Well, Keith Thurman technically is not a title, but he's still fighting. So, but Bud got voluntary, so he's gonna do Rocha. The crazy thing is, I'll be looking at Bud fans on that Facebook saying like, "Yeah, Rocha is a better fight than Keith Thurman." I like they making all them lame ass excuses. That's why I be coming at Bud clowns crazy. I'm like, man.
I saw that, yo. All right, so a lot of times what I noticed that guys do when they really fuck with a dude, they'll just justify everything they say in every situation. You know, they'll just magnify it. Alexis Roca is not on Keith Thurman's level. Like, never, like, never has been. I don't know if he'll get there in the future. Like, I'm not a fortune teller. But he's never been on Keith Thurman's level. If he was on Keith Thurman's level, he would have lost to Rashid Ellis. And Rashid Ellis is a good young fighter, but Keith Thurman wasn't losing those step-up fights. He just wasn't. Like he was passing those tests. He didn't fail a test until he went up against a future Hall of Famer, Manny Pacquiao, like one of the greatest fighters that we've ever seen in our era. He's one of the best fighters that we've ever seen. But shouts out to my man Andy Rivera. Hey yo, I want to get some of that boot sparring. You know, Mr. Bowsy don't play that shit. One of these days, I'm a hope he gonna bless your boy. But I definitely want to. I want y'all to see what I'll be seeing, or me and Johnny be seeing, because Johnny be in the gym a lot. We done seen a lot of guys get humbled. Shouts out to my man Juice. Salute to you. I think Spence-Crawford fans should come together and push for this fight more. I mean, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. All right, so you got about 29 people in there. Hopefully, I got 29 likes. Johnny, for me, I think Terence Crawford is doing his due diligence. If you're a free agent, you want to meet with everybody. You want to hear what everybody's pitching. You want to see what everybody's offering. Right? That doesn't mean you have to sign. That doesn't mean you have to take you. But you want to listen. Okay, what Golden Boy, what can you do for Terence Crawford? Al Heyman, what can you do for Terence Crawford? Eddie Hearn, what can you do? BLK, what can you do? And whatever deal makes the most sense for you, that's the one you go with. Now, if by some chance Terence Crawford takes this deal with Golden Boy Promotions, mind you, I don't know the number that's being offered. I'm just saying, as far as fights go, Johnny, it kind of puts me in a weird place because, to my knowledge, Crawford really wasn't interested in signing a multi-fight deal with anybody. He wanted to be a free agent. He wanted to work on a fight-by-fight basis, which is cool. He's at a point in his career where he probably doesn't want to be tied down, and he wants to be able to move to wherever the bag is or whatever the best fight for him is. You said you wanted Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo on the Al Heyman side. So if you signed a multi-fight deal, it would make the most sense to me that you would sign a multi-fight deal with Heyman. What's your thoughts on that, Johnny? Johnny, you still here? I don't know what Johnny did. He probably stepped away. He probably stepped away for 1 second. But yeah, for me, that would be my logic. But it's not my deal. It's not my career. So, like, I'm on the outside looking in. I see a lot of guys though. They're referencing the Deontay Wilder interview. And a lot of Terence Crawford fans, a lot of PBC detractors are referencing the Deontay Wilder interview. It's like, oh, see, I was funny with the money. I told you PBC's money's fun. Like, we got somebody in the comments right now, right? PBC's money, funny. A lot of fighters are talking behind the scenes. I find that hilarious, right? This is why. A lot of people didn't watch the Deontay Wilder interview in its entirety. They took a small clip, a small excerpt, and then you reacted off of that, and not even knowing the context of what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about himself per se. He was talking about boxing in itself, boxing in its totality. He was referencing older fighters being broke after retirement and all the things that he wanted to change in the sport because it makes no sense for these guys to be up here and then when they retire, they're broke. He also referenced that he doesn't need to box anymore, that his money is straight. But that wasn't the part that a certain group of people wanted to hear because they wanted confirmation bias. That's what I notice a lot about people that go on YouTube channels. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear confirmation bias. But if you want to hear the truth, like if this is what you came here for, you want to hear the truth. The reality is it's next to impossible to pay fighters pay-per-view money right after the bout. Next to impossible. And it's for a couple of different reasons, right? For a couple of different reasons, right? So in regards to pay-per-views, it takes, from what I was told, it takes between I think 2 to 6 months for you to get your money. Everybody like, oh, 2 to 6 months. They wilding. They up to some shady shit. Nah. What you gotta understand is, let's say you buying a pay-per-view from Comcast, right? You got two options to pay for your pay-per-view. You got a chance to pay for your pay-per-view outright, or what most people pick, because I know damn sure I'm picking the second option. You can divert it to your bill, right? How can I pay you when I haven't been paid yet? Most people divert it to their bills. So you won't receive said pay-per-view money until somebody pays their bill. So again, how can a promoter pay you right after the fight if they haven't been paid yet? It's a whole process when allocating the pay-per-view money. It's very similar to music royalties, right? It takes a while for an artist to be paid from the album. A lot of people don't want to hear this. You want to hear confirmation bias. You want to hear that PBC's running out of money. You want to hear that PBC's going broke. But y'all been saying the same shit for 5 years. 5 years. Y'all been praying for a promotional company's down. I'm sorry, not a promotional company. PBC's a TV show. Y'all been praying for PBC's downfall. For what reason? I have no fucking idea. I thought you liked boxing. I like boxing. I want to watch more boxing. I don't want Top Rank to go out of business. I don't want Golden Boy to go out of business. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren. I don't want anybody to go out of business. I want more boxing. But somehow, in guys' heads, they really want PBC to go out of business. It's weird. But anyway, similar to music royalties, to where as though you're paid later. And PBC and Showtime have a 90-10 split. So PBC's taking a 90, Showtime is taking a 10. So in actuality, if you're very business minded, that's a good deal. Yeah, I don't got to get my money in. I don't got to get my pay-per-view split. Guaranteed money that is paid by the promoter to the fighter directly, not any pay-per-view splits, but that is paid at the end of the night. So that's, yeah, between 2 and 6 months is normal. Salute to my boy, Damone Daniels. What's good with you? They love the excuses and narratives. I'll be wanting to see the real fights like boxing used to be. Well, yeah, that's the reality on pay-per-view money.
My
Pay-per-view
fault. I'm
money's
back.
never pay-per-view money's never gonna come right after the fight. That's not
No,
how the money's
sometimes it takes up
allocated.
to a year
Yeah.
to get all of it.
Normal time is from 2 to 6 months. But yes, Johnny, it can take up to a year. It's very similar. I was saying it's very similar to the record business. You're not going to see that money right away. If you notice, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is on record saying he's still getting pay-per-view checks because royalties. You have that playback money, like your catalog as a fighter. If you own that, you will continuously make money off of that from ESPN showing it, from the Zone showing it. You will continuously get checks from it. So it's if you're business minded, you got some people that want to operate like employees. Nothing wrong with that. But if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, then the Al Heyman, like that package, it works for you. If you're more of an employee, like I want to be guaranteed X, then I guess you want to go another route. That seems like what Terence Crawford thing is. Like Terence Crawford wants to be guaranteed a certain amount. He doesn't necessarily want to bet on himself. Not everybody's like that. Johnny, let me go to this super chat, and I'm gonna let you cook. My man Damone Daniels, I'm a Boots fan. Please tell me why Boots didn't go the WBO route if you really wanted Crawford. He would have been next ahead. Yo, I've been wanting to get at this for a minute, and I've been telling dudes in the comments, but like everybody keeps asking this question, yo, and it's really not that hard to figure out. Like, hey Johnny, you want to touch on the pay-per-view or not?
Oh, the pay-per-view on how it's paid and all that.
Yes, but before I get to the boot stuff.
Oh no. I'm about to say you basically explained it. Like it's paid in installments going over time, but people don't realize that. They think, oh yeah, you get it right after the fight. Like you're going to say if you made like $5 million off a pay-per-view, they think you're going to get that all chunk like it's a week later, like it's a regular job. It don't happen like that. It comes over.
Does it?
It comes over time. But I'll let you explain the boost because I got tired of explaining it on them Facebook groups, man. These Bud fans just want to ignore the shit.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on what your mindset is. If you want to guarantee, the guarantee it lowers your ceiling. Not that it's not no risk. You know what you're getting, cool. But now Heyman system, you have a lower guarantee, higher ceiling. So if you are entrepreneurial minded and you think that you're going to sell and you want that 90-10 split, Al Heyman's for you. If you just want to just get a paycheck and not bet on yourself, then
And
I
people don't
guess
understand the
you go a
payments
couple
of
of
Al
different
Heyman because people don't understand. They be like, "Oh, why did they put a low number?" Of course, you're gonna want a low numbers because save you fighting pay-per-view, right? And you want your commission check to be as low as possible. So your commission check is $2 million. That means you get taxes off of $2 million instead of getting taxes off of $10 million. People don't understand that type of system, but you got to have like an entrepreneur set to understand that.
Corporations are taxed differently than sole proprietors. A lot of times, fighters is going into this as a sole proprietor. Shouts out to my boy manager Marty. But a lot of times, fighters are going into sole proprietors. Is a sole proprietor's tax at like a 50% rate or something like that? I would have to bring a tax specialist on there, but yeah, sole proprietors are taxed higher than I think 25% higher than corporations. All right, so for my man Damone, Marty, that's you.
That's me. I'm right. Hold on, let me show my. I like showing my face when I first get on, man. What's going on with you? Salute. Why at some media?
All right, shouts out to my boy, manager Marty, the hottest man in the streets.
Well,
Hottest man in the
hottest man in the streets. Hey, Mill. Let me agree with you on one thing that you said about taxes. Most of the subscribers on my channel may know this, so I'll introduce it to your audience. I'm
Sure.
also a certified tax practitioner. So you are absolutely correct when you talk about the tax rate differentiating between a sole proprietorship, um, and a business entity. And that's one of the things that I help advise other fighters in this business, and even fighters that were managed under me. Two of the fighters were not able to complete the task, but for the most part, one of the things I do as a business consultant and tax practitioner is educate the fighters that I represent, whether I'm advising them or if they're under contract with me. um, I educate them on um, the tax rates. I educate them on the differences between being incorporated, having a business entity as a tax shelter, instead of just going into it as a sole proprietorship or obviously a 1099 employee, and they get taxed differently because of the two taxes that the IRS impose, and that is the employee tax and the employer tax, known as the self-employment tax,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 15.3% tax rate. So I always try to educate them, and when it comes to taxes and business, and to provide them with the tax shelter that will allow them to protect their assets. So good point.
To get to my man Damone's point, thank you for breaking that down, Marty. I got to get you on here more. But to my man Damone's point, with Boots, you wanted to see Boots go the WBO route. All right, Damone, I'm gonna give you the timeline, and it will all make sense to you. Okay, so Jaron Ennis, Amanda Stanionis, Virgil Ortiz, Cody Crowley are sitting by, and they're waiting to see what's going on with Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence negotiations. Terence Crawford shocks the world and goes into a fight with David Avenesian. Okay, so that week that fight was announced, Team Ennis petitions the IBF to face Errol Spence Jr. Mind you, this is in November. Okay, Errol Spence has not gotten to a car accident. The IBF responds and orders Jaron Ennis versus Kareem Chikazin for the interim IBF and for the man to be the mandatory for Errol Spence's title. They're fighting in January 7th. Errol Spence was supposed to return January and February. Okay. Bud faces David Avenesian. Now Bud is free. Boots has already signed on the dotted line. You got to sign paperwork. Marty will tell you to face an IBF interim. I'm not even talking about the contract to face Chikazin. I'm talking about to being a final eliminator. You have to sign paperwork with the sanctioning body. Okay, so now Boots is locked in. Virgil, around this same time, Virgil Ortiz goes after the WBA. The WBC seemed like they jumped the line where everybody knew that Spence was going to end up facing Thurman. So Virgil Ortiz went with his best option, where he's fighting for the WBA regular. Okay. So now Terence Crawford is free. Boots then faced Chikazin, and now Boots has a guaranteed title shot to face Errol Spence. Upon Errol Spence's return, if he doesn't fight Jaron Ennis in 120 days, Jaron Ennis will be elevated to full champion. Now, Terence Crawford fans are basically saying, "Oh, Boots ran from Crawford. Crawford pulled out of the negotiations with Spence. Boots went after Spence. The IBF responds in ordering Chikazin Boots for the interim. Now, effectively, they're saying, oh, don't take the interim, pull out of the interim and petition for the WBO. But isn't that kind of a lateral move? Because you've already guaranteed a title shot. Now, when petitioning, you're not guaranteed anything. Terence Crawford's mandatory is due in May. So essentially, when everything was presented to Team Ennis, the most logical route, mind you, Terence Crawford chose Avenesian. Spence hadn't gotten into a car accident yet. So in their mind, you thinking that you were going to get your shot or your belt spring, summertime. Errol Spence gets into a car accident, pushes it back. But now it makes no sense for Jaron to vacate the IBF interim because he's guaranteed a shot. As opposed, Virgil's still number one. Stanionis and Virgil hasn't fought. Boots is technically a world champion. That's why he got pulled from all the rankings, but Virgil's still number one. So essentially, Team Ennis responded to the climate that was presented at that point in time, and they made the best choice, which was the most logical choice. I'm number one in the sanctioning body. I'm guaranteed a title shot if I beat this guy. I beat that guy. I'm going to go ahead and try to pursue the 3-belt champion. It has nothing to do with fear. And Crawford fans got to understand that y'all taking it personal, him calling Crawford out. Bro, he don't care which one of the champions he fight. It's not nothing personal between Spence and Crawford. He don't dislike one and like the other or dislike both. He wants a shot at the title. Whoever gonna give it the quickest.
Here's
so
what I tell Crawford fans, right?
Who's that?
I said, here's what I tell Crawford fans, right? He's a WBO champion. Virgil Ortiz was number one, so number 2 or 3 can't petition over the number 1, right?
You can petition. They don't have to grant it to you, though.
Yeah. So I was like, if it was that deep, will Crawford got a voluntary defense?
Yes.
He can offer boost for his voluntary. Would that happen?
Yes.
Not going to happen.
Essentially, what guys is painting this picture is that Crawford has to be forced into a fight with Jaron Ennis, when I don't think that that's the case. I don't think Terence Crawford is soft.
Yeah, Terence Crawford could right now, if he really wanted it, he could voluntarily.
If he wants to fight Jaron Ennis right now, they haven't called for the mandatory yet. So yes, he can fight Jaron Ennis now. He can. Marty, what's your thoughts on the whole situation?
Well, my thoughts is basically what you were saying, and I don't know who the other brother is in the panel, but salute to you, my brother.
It's my man Johnny Ortiz.
Johnny Ortiz. I think I spoke to Johnny.
Yeah, you spoke to Johnny.
Good. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man, Johnny Ortiz. The thing is, everybody keeps forgetting this one piece of information that's factual. Not you, Mill, and not you, Johnny. I'm talking about the Crawford fans. Terence Bud Crawford himself on his live on IG said, they keep on asking me about why didn't I fight Virgil Ortiz or why didn't I want to fight Boots? And he said their names never came up. So now he has the opportunity to voluntarily say, I'm my own boss, like I keep on saying, I want Boots. But the truth of the matter is, Crawford do not want Boots. He don't want Spence, and he don't want nobody else that will give him legitimate competition inside that ring. And I'm basing that on his resume, and I'm also basing that on his behavior patterns. That's just my opinion.
Hey, my man Marty bringing the heat today. Shouts out to the $2 super chat from my man Damone Daniels. Boots is the one
Crawford fans hate you.
To me with the IBF. Yo, hey Damone, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Boots is already the IBF champion. I don't think people have figured it out yet. Boots is the IBF champion, quotation marks. Before 2023 is out, that's his belt. Right? So I don't, Errol Spence, I highly doubt he's coming back down to 147 pounds. And if he does, he's not going to face Jaron Ennis in 120 days. They normally give the interim to a guy. The interim is basically the prerequisite to you having a title. I've never seen a dude have the interim and not be elevated to world champion. Now, if y'all want to say, oh man, it's an email belt, it's not Boots' fault that man don't want to fight. You only can do what you can do. He put himself in position to become the mandatory. It's either Errol Spence is going to fight him or not.
Yeah, what I think what's going to happen is for the Tank versus Ryan card, I think they're going to push to put Boots, Pride versus Godzilla and make that for the IBF championship. Golden Boy turned down Bud fight. Why Sean jumped in?
Golden Boy turned down Bud fight.
I'm talking about Pride for Virgil.
Oh, I don't know that they were ever offered a Bud fight. I know that the WBO ended up ordering Sean Porter as opposed to, just because you're the number one contender doesn't mean you're going to be the mandatory. They can really do whatever they want. Like it says in the sanctioning bodies, it gives them so much free room. If you actually go and you read these rules, it gives them so much free room to do whatever they feel. We got angry Terence Crawford fans in there. Undercard, what's good? Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. Hey, Teron, you dislike me, but you always on here, bro, and I appreciate you, even though you don't fuck with me. Undercard, what's good with you? My man Marty feels like that Terence Crawford doesn't want to face elite competition. Now, Marty, do you see it as a situation where he's just looking for the best paydays with the easier risk, or do you think he just wants to keep his undefeated record?
Well, I think it's a combination of both. I mean, if you look at Terence Crawford's resume, and this is something that my guy Johnny Ortiz understands in the business. When you look at Terence Crawford's resume, you will discover that all of the fights that he has fought has been carefully match made. Thank God for Brad Goodman, Hall of Fame matchmaker with Top Rank. They put him in a position to be able to take less risk and get more reward, even though the promotion has been losing money in the interim and in the process of it. So he has the mentality of, hey, my whole career has been based on fighting lower level competition, taking less risk, and getting the highest reward based on my contractual obligation for a guaranteed purse. Now, when it comes to him being undefeated, that you gotta throw that in the pot as well, because that keeps him undefeated. That keeps him a champion. And on top of that, to give credit to Top Rank and Bob Arum, they have a great close relationship with the WBO. I mean, hell, if you look at most of the WBO champions, they mostly come from Top Rank. So that goes to show you right there that they walked him into that room to be able to get the belt. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. This is just business. With that being said, though, at some point in his mind, he has to realize, like, either I'm going to defend my O and defend this belt against higher risk, or I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. And that's exactly what he's been doing. And you look at his fight after he was with Top Rank, he stayed with that same mentality that he developed when he was with Top Rank, and that is him fighting David Ebenezer. So I don't see him, risking it all as he keeps saying he would, because his actions would speak louder than his words. So I think it's a combination of both, in my personal opinion.
Here's what I
Dub,
say
what's
about it,
good,
right?
dog?
Because Bud fans think I personally like dislike Bud, right? I was the first one to be like, all right, matchups. Bud wasn't getting his matchup because the whole, when it came down to Top Rank and PBC, like when it came to, like, he could have matched up against Danny Garcia, all people like that. I'm not saying, I never said that Danny could beat them. I was like, it's going to be, but I could see Bud favoring, but Bud was at a situation where he was with Top Rank, so it'd be extra difficult. So, first I was looking like, all right, why would he sign back with Top Rank? I get it. He get the like $4 million, $3 million minimums or something like that. I was like, all right, he get it. They giving him a crazy minimum. But I look at it right after he beat Porter, he straight put Bob Arum on the spot like, no, I ain't coming back. He couldn't give me the Errol Spence fight. Then I was like, all right, it's a go. That should be your next fight. What happens? Then I'm hearing like they getting close to negotiations, because I know people on both sides. They was like, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's getting negotiation. Then you do some whole ass shit. So that's what made me like, to me, made me lose. I can't say respect, made me lose. I don't care about the fight. They wasting people's time now.
I want to send a shout out to my man Solomon Walker for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate
Bud
you.
is not the hoe, but his fan base are hoes.
Wait, 1 second. Definitely Spence and damn near Boots have a better resume than Bud. I can't say Boots got a better resume than Bud, but Spence definitely does.
Yeah, Spence do,
Um,
but you gotta look at it. Sergey Lipinets will beat 98% of people on Bud's resume.
all right, my man. Shouts out to my man Jay Hardcore. What up, Jay? My
Hey,
man
what's
Lou
up?
Brolick. He asks how many future Hall of Famers has Spence beat. I think Danny's going to get in. I think Porter's going to get in. I think Mikey's going to get in.
True.
Oh, I think Kell Brook is eventually going to get in.
Then you got Keith Thurman.
Kell Brook, I'm on the fence about if he gets past Thurman. I'm going to say right now, Spence got three guys that I think are going to get in based on who's already gotten in. My man Jason, what elite competition was at 40 when he was champion?
How many
Elite.
Crawford got? Probably one.
I don't consider anybody elite. Hey Jay, my man Jay Hardcore from Hardcore Boxing News. Jay,
What's up now?
you'll hear my man Johnny Ortiz, my man manager Marty. Um,
How
what's
you
your
doing,
thought?
fellas? How y'all doing, fellas?
What up? What up? How's everything, man?
Keeping life simple, that's all.
Salute, Hardcore. Good to have
What's
you,
your
brother.
thoughts if Terence Crawford decides to take a multi-fight deal and sign with Oscar De La Hoya?
I would like to know the particulars of the contract, though. I mean, is there supposed to be negotiations for Golden Boy to negotiate with PBC to get the Spence fight? If that's not part of the deal, I don't see what's the use of doing it.
Yeah, oh, my fault. I'm sorry, Jay Hardcore.
No, that was it. That's all I had.
But you gotta even look at it now. Like, how old is Crawford now? What, 36?
Well, he'll be 36. I think September, or October, something like that.
So if he takes a 3-fight deal with them,
Mm-hmm.
how he gonna be 37, 38?
Yeah, but he lives a Spartan life, from what I understand. That he don't smoke, he don't drink, he's always training. So when you live like that and you're an athlete, let's say I.e. like Floyd Mayweather, Benard Hopkins, it actually lengthens your career. So I mean, he's still going to lose a step, but not so much. I think up until 38, he probably will be still good. I mean, he's not going to be the guy that I mean, to be truthful, I just really never seen him against anybody that really gave him any go. I mean, Porter had 1 foot in and 1 foot out mentally, so he never got that bump that I wanted him to get elite wise.
Well, the question remains the motive. My question would be to Golden Boy, what is their motive? Because you look at it, after Terence Bud Crawford fought Sean Porter and his contract expired with Top Rank, none of the networks, well, none of the major networks, none of the major promoters, nobody wanted to put their hands on the kid. They didn't want to touch him. Didn't want to do any business with him. He didn't have any deals on the table 6 to 8 months prior to him even leaving Top Rank. So my motive, my question to Golden Boy will be, number one is, why now? Why now all of a sudden would you want to sign him when the negotiations with Spence break down? And that's not even the first fight you're promoting him to fight for. You know what
Right.
I mean? So that goes to tell me right there that the more they prolong Crawford with like Golden Boy, the farther the fight will be with Errol Spence. And I have to put this in there because this is very relevant. Terence Bud Crawford. I love Benard because he's from my city, but Terence Crawford, B Hop, and De La Hoya, they don't like Al Heyman, and De La Hoya don't like Mayweather. So we got to keep it all the way 100 to realize that when these
When these
guys
guys
don't want
don't
to
want to
negotiate with
negotiate with
Al,
Al,
it's very
it's very
fitting
fitting
for
Hey,
for
Bud
Ramon,
Crawford.
Ramon.
I think you
I
got a
think you got
little
a little
echo.
echo.
You got the echo going.
I think you might have to if you mute the mute or leave the YouTube broadcast, because I think that's what it is. Go ahead, Marty.
Oh, if you look at it from the perspective of Crawford, De La Hoya, and B-Hop, all three of them have a problem with Al Heyman. And we already know Golden Boy, no disrespect to Golden Boy, but they don't really be promoting a lot of black fighters anyway. And so my question would still remain, if y'all all have a problem with Al Heyman, how y'all going to talk about doing business with him after Crawford fulfilled 2 fights on y'all promotion with 2 of Golden Boy's fighters, to then talk about just maybe we'll do something with Spence, when y'all already know the farther the more that Crawford stayed with Golden Boy, the farther the negotiations would be for him and Spence. And we already see the play being ran, because we already know what's this kid named Roca or Rocha.
Mm-hmm.
He's already in number 3 top number 3 in the WBO rankings. So we see the chess move that Golden Boy is gonna play if they have Crawford come on up in there. We see exactly what the move gonna be. This is just my opinion, just looking at it from a business perspective.
I totally agree with what you're saying. I've always called Golden Boy Promotion. I call that PC. It's a place you go check in at.
Can y'all hear me,
Because
gentlemen? Who's asking?
Damone, we can hear you, bro.
Okay, cool.
yeah, I always call them a protection program, because you get protected over there. I look at Jaime Munguia, and I mean, it's just like you go over there and you're only gonna get in-house fights, and I think that's all Oscar thinking about right now. He's thinking about Virgil Ortiz, and he's thinking about Rocha, Crawford fighting that. He's probably selling Crawford on, hey, since we're doing this Ryan and Tank, that's letting you know that, we got open communications now with PBC. So we can definitely work with getting you that fight, since we got those communication lines open now. But I think Oscar, main thing, he don't even care if his fighters win or lose. He's just going to make the money off of it, especially if it's an in-house deal. So that way he get money off of Bud, and he get money off of Virgil.
Ain't that all promoters though?
Yeah, true that. That in-house deal is where the money is made.
Hey,
So I think that's just the whole what's going on. I don't think it's no more or no less than that.
Damone, give your thoughts about the situation.
Okay, I'm ready to cook. Let me cook, because I've been waiting for a while. This is my whole thing about everything we've been discussing. From my opinion, I think Bud is the best welterweight. You know who I think is number 2 in the welterweight division?
Go ahead.
Boots. I got air under Boots. This is how highly I think of Boots. I think Boots is it. I think he's phenomenal. My whole thing about this whole thing is people criticizing Bud for exploring his options. We don't know what Bud is talking to De La Hoya about. We do know Rochas is going to be the mandatory, because obviously Boots is no longer ranked, and Ortiz is taking the WBA route and going to fight Stanionis. So he's next in line.
Yeah.
So De La Hoya, in my opinion, is going to leverage that, saying, hey, I know you got to fight Roke, whatever his name is. I can give you Virgil, and I could possibly make the Spence fight, because I already have an open line of communication, because PBC is saying you trying to negotiate without a promoter. Well, when he had Bob, who's probably, in my opinion, the greatest promoter along with Don King in the history of boxing, y'all didn't want to do business with him. So so Oscar say, you know what? I have a current history of doing business with PBC with this Ryan and Tank fight. So that's not an excuse anymore. So I can offer you something that no other promoter can offer you, because I believe BOK Prime is just unproven. They may have the funds, but they're unproven. PBC already said we're not going to do business with Bob. That's what they say. And I'm starting to believe when Bob said they just don't want to fight, it's some truth in what Bob say, and it's some cap in what Bob say.
Yeah, Damone,
you pick what you want to believe.
Damone, I've never heard PBC say that they didn't want to do business with Bob. I heard like YouTubers and fans echoing that sentiment.
Well, what does the wrong side of the street mean? It's boxing. The best fight the best. What does the wrong side of the street mean?
Yo,
what does that really mean?
Saying that. The fighters say that, though.
Damone, what you do gotta understand, what you do gotta understand, right? Is there is a side of the street in the sense of in-house fights are always easier to make than out-house fights. It's when the money gets so big that's when cross-network fights happen, a la Pacquiao Mayweather, a la
Unless you're Canelo, because it don't
Deontay,
matter when you Canelo, correct?
Deontay Wilder. What cross promotion fights did Canelo do?
I'm saying Canelo can go wherever he wants because he ain't with PBC and he made the Kelly Plant fight.
Yeah, he
got to get.
over. He
And
went
let me
over
ask
for
you
that.
this. I just want to ask you this. I want to ask all y'all gentlemen
You
this.
switch it. I said, Damone, you switching.
No, I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing. I agree with it. But what I'm saying is, Danny got a guarantee.
Yeah.
What's the name? Ugas got a guarantee. Sean got a guarantee.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mikey got a guarantee. Why couldn't Bud get a real guarantee? And people keep saying the $15 million. That was a 3-fight deal for $15 million, bro.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand that. But
Jay,
Spence didn't get a guarantee either.
Jay,
and the eyes of the public, but Spence got a guarantee, bro.
Real fast, Jay. Just let me cook on that. Hey, Damone. All right. So it's a lot to unpack there. First, they couldn't agree on a guarantee. Showtime started at 5. Bud started at 22. They got up to 10. Bud went at 15. Bud would move off the 15. Showtime would move off the 10. So now we're gonna offer you a split of everything.
Well, let me ask you this though. Why, Sam? No, I agree with you. Okay, that's fair.
Fast.
That's fair.
Just real fast. Yes, do you know with 35% of everything, you know how much money?
What is everything though?
Everything.
If you can't see what's everything, what is everything?
I'm about to tell you, bro. Sponsorships, gate, pay-per-view, etc.
Okay, so what am I paying out on all of that? The cost, because it was net. It wasn't gross. It was net.
Yes,
difference.
So it's going to be after net. So if you actually okay, what do you think the fight's going to do?
I think the fight will be between 700 to 1 million pay-per-view buys, in my opinion.
Okay,
that's my opinion.
No. Just give me a rough number.
I think it's at least $100 million fight, bro.
No. Just give me a rough number on the pay-per-views. We can do this block by block.
I'm saying between 700 to 1 million buys. I believe that.
700 to 1 million buys. So let's say
I believe that.
All right. So let's say it just does 7, right? On the low end.
Yep.
All right. 7 at Marty. What do you think the price point would be for that? $100?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
At least I pay it.
Easy $100.
I pay it.
Easy.
All right. So right now we at 70 million for the pay-per-view, and with the 90-10 split.
90-10?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not doing no 90-10 split, bro.
No. That's what Showtime and PBC. That's their split.
Okay, so what is Bud getting out of that?
PBC takes the 90, Showtime takes the 10. Bud would take 35% of the 90.
So about 30%.
Yeah, 30%, like 30% of the 100. So he'd be probably making $25 to $30 off of each pay-per-view.
Okay.
All right. So you talking about 700,000 pay-per-view buys at a $30 clip.
That's talking about $30 million. We said roughly 25 to 30 million, roughly.
Yeah. So you talking about that's $25, $30 million. Okay, Wilder versus Fury's gate was 17 million in Vegas. I would think that Terence Crawford would be in that
comparable
15 to 20.
It'd be comparable, yeah.
Be comparable to that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're betting on yourself, though. Now, if you don't feel comfortable in betting on yourself, it's cool because everybody's business model, what they feel comfortable with, is completely different.
And to see, you know what? No, hold on. Let me hold you there. You got to realize, I think the biggest holdup of the fight is PBC has a business model and Top Rank had a business model. It's just different business models. Not making either one wrong. Buzz used to a guarantee. PBC's doing the back end thing or whatever that is. And that's where the impasse is.
No,
I believe it's not what you're worth, it's what you negotiate.
You're 100% right. The PBC business model is just low guarantees, heavier on the risk, heavier on the potential return. That's it. Everybody want to
does Adrian Broner and Deontay Wilder talking about we don't get paid on time and all that?
No.
Man, that hurts, bro.
Hey,
I mean, we hear it. We
Marty,
hear it.
Hey, Damone, I already touched on that, but Marty, you can go.
Okay. All right. Now, let's decompartmentalize this so so that nobody gets confused. I want to answer your question about you had mentioned the guarantee.
Yes, sir.
Why isn't Crawford obligated to a guarantee? And I'm going to tell you why, and it's very simple.
Mhm.
The only time fighters are entitled a guarantee is when they are signed to a promotion company. And let me give you an example of that. Let's say Bud Crawford is signed to Top Rank. The language in the contract between the fighter and the promoter is that they are guaranteed. This is where the word guarantee comes from, and I don't think most people understand it. So I wanted to break it down real quick. They, meaning the promoters, are responsible to guarantee the fighter receiving a certain amount of money in a purse. And the guarantee is this: a minimum and a maximum. That's what guarantee means when a fighter is signed to a promoter. When a
Agreed.
fighter when a fighter is not signed under a promoter, they are not entitled to a guarantee. So when Terence Crawford was negotiating with Espinoza and Al Heyman and PBC or representatives of PBC, they were actually doing something that they usually typically don't do and something they don't have to do. Now, when it comes to you talking about, it's not about um your worth, is about what you negotiate. I heard Andre Ward say that, but here's the part that I think that people keep missing, and I keep saying this because I'm a boxing manager. Bud Crawford had no representation.
He
So
did. He had Bob Arum for
no, 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 no,
years.
no, no. Listen to this.
Bro.
No, hold on for a second.
Come on, bro.
Bud Crawford, I'm not talking about when he was with Bob Arum because he had a promoter, so he had to have that guarantee mentality in place. The fight did not break down because of Al Heyman. I mean, not Al Heyman, because of Bob Arum. And I said it on when YSM interviewed me over the summertime. I said it then, and I'm going to say it now. The proof is in the pudding. If it was Bob Arum that was stalling the fight, and the fight didn't happen, when Bud Crawford got away from Top Rank, the fight would have happened very clearly. But because it wasn't Bob Arum and it was Bud Crawford and he had no representation, I'm not talking about with Top Rank now. I'm talking about without Top Rank. He had no negotiation and he had no leverage in the negotiation. And I said it in an interview with YSM. I said it then in August. I said Bo Mack, his co-manager, and Bud cannot out negotiate Espinoza
Okay,
and not
okay,
Heyman.
fair
Hey,
enough, fair enough,
hey, Damone,
fair
real
enough,
fast.
fair
I gotta
enough.
get to the super chat real fast. Shouts out to my man Undercard Boxing for the $10 super chat. Subscribe to my man, please. Does really, really good work. Subscribe to him right now. And want to send a shout out to a new member, my man Timmy Chips. Shouts out to you, bro. Appreciate you getting the membership. All right, Damone, go ahead
He
and
cooking, so
wish your
I
rebuttal.
respect what he's saying. So I'm not even questioning that.
Go ahead.
So when you say that, all I'm gonna say is Bob was able to get Manny. Manny got a guarantee when he fought Floyd, and Floyd got a guarantee too. Fury and Wilder. So it's been a precedence that has happened. And all I'm gonna say to that point that you're saying is that's why maybe Bud is saying I'm going to go with Golden Boy. I'm going to meet with them, not even sign with them, just meet with them because you know what? If they made the Ryan and Tank fight, it's a rapport there, and I'm getting representation that can represent me to make the fight happen.
Right, but
You should meet with everybody.
yeah,
Well,
that's my
y'all said Top Rank is out of the picture, so Top Rank is out of it. It ain't but 4 major promoters. Let's be honest.
but here's the issue I have with that, Damone. Am I saying your name correctly, Damone?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So, Damone, here's the problem I have with that. It's a total contradiction of what Bud Crawford said out of his mouth himself. He said, "I'm my own boss." Well, if you are your own boss, you shouldn't be asking no promoter for a handout or nothing. In fact, what you
Y'all
should
know
do,
it's up front. Come on, bro.
no,
And
hold on, let me finish. What you should do with the money that you have is get you great representation, build a business entity that's going to provide you with asset protection and tax shelter, and do what? Get your own promotion company, get some product like some undercard fighters that you can build, and then you can go to a network, and then you'll have more leverage to negotiate with someone like
okay,
Al Heyman.
okay, cool. Can I
You know
say
what I'm
this?
saying?
Buzz said he had 50 million guaranteed, 25 for Errol and 25 for him. So
From
he
who?
did go get the money
From
based
who?
on what Buzz said. If you
From
believe it or
from
you
who?
don't, he said he
From who?
had the money, $50 million
From
for the
who?
fight.
From who? No. Who was he getting the 50 million from?
Errol said he wanted the back end. He didn't even want to explore. Now, if you, I'm gonna be keeping them up. YSM, if you tell me you got $50 million, at the very least, I'm gonna say, well, let me explore it a little bit to see if the money is real and where it's coming from, even if it's valid. He said, I'm sticking with Al, and I started with Al, and I'm gonna end with Al, and whatever Al say.
When referencing that Terence Crawford live, if you go back to what he was saying, he said he told Al about it, and he told Errol, right?
Yes.
So I want you. I know you're a Terence Crawford fan, but I just want you to
because I like Boost. Just
I just said I just want you to step back for 1 second, right? He said, and I quote him, yeah, I got 50 million, Al. I got 50 million from this hedge company, and they know you too. And you know them. Did he say that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you is, if they know Al, why did they just negotiate with Al?
What I would say this, what did he say that Al said to him?
No. I'm just going to ask you that first part before I even go into that.
It's speculation either way, but Al will probably say who you talking about, or he would know.
Exactly. So
I agree.
Al said, I'm not going to let anybody touch that fight
because it's worth a lot if he's saying
that. And that's what I wanted.
It's worth a lot.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
So when Bud asks for a guarantee, what's the problem?
Well, my thing is this: if he said he got 50 million, obviously Al and them know that the fight is worth more than that. So what you're doing at that point is putting a cap on yourself.
Okay, if you say that, so why Bud can't get a $15 million guarantee if you know the fight worth more than $50 million? I'm asking.
My thing is this: why is he complaining if both of them are not getting the guarantee?
Bud don't have to worry about what Spence is getting. Spence is not his issue. If you say, if I know I got 150, let me ask you this: if I know I got $100 million fight, and I got the other guy on the say the B side, because Spence the A side, so I think the A side is responsibility to make the fight happen, regardless, because that's where the power is. But if Bud say, I'll sign and fight him for $15 million with no questions asked, and you know that's a dumb deal, that's a fool's deal, and I know I can make 10 times as much as that amount. Why don't you give him the $15 million?
With Damone, what you got to understand is
I'm asking.
Right? But you kind of you kind of like tailed off there for 1 second, right? So it is Bud. Bud should want to know what Spence is getting because you're splitting the pot. So if I'm, if I'm getting 40%, right? I want 40%. I don't want Errol getting fucking 70 million, and just because I just wanted 30, I want 30 million for this fight, and then Errol makes 70.
But it's all a gamble based on what y'all saying because we don't know what the pay-per-views are. Correct? It's a gamble.
Yeah, but you spoke about, you said business models.
Right.
Their business model is different. Now, essentially, the argument that we're having is a moot point because Terence Crawford said he agreed to the 35%. He said the only reason why we didn't get the fight is because they wanted to fight in February 2023.
Right. And so, based on what we know, that fight wouldn't have happened if he signed.
No, that's not true. No.
Errol ain't fighting.
No. Let me clarify.
If he got into a car, that all of this was before the car accident. So, the reason why Terence Crawford said he didn't sign to fight was because he wanted to fight in 2022. Did he not
agree.
say
Yep, you're 100% correct.
So apparently the money wasn't an issue, or how the money was going to be allocated wasn't an issue with him not taking the fight. It was the fact that it was going to occur 2 to 3 months later than what he wanted it to.
But didn't Errol say he was going to fight on November 19th, regardless if he fought Terence too? Was that not said?
No, but you're arguing the percentage when the percentage wasn't the issue of making the fight. He had already agreed.
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't care about. I don't even care about the money part. I don't even care about. We all want to see the fight. That's what it is. My question to you, YSM, and I know it's just we can agree to disagree, and I think you have a lot of valid points. And you're not wrong. Neither one of y'all are wrong, and I think you can blame Bud on some issues, and I think you can blame Spence on some issues. The Spence side. I'm not saying Spence individually. This is my only point, and I'm gonna let y'all cook on this. Spence said he would never fight Keith Thurman, but he's gonna fight him based on what we know. So is he his own boss or isn't he? I believe Al is making him fight him.
No. You're
That's-
proving. Okay, Damone. Let me simplify for you. I'm glad you said that because you know why? This only proves the point that that Bud Crawford and whoever else had the alleged 50 million. That's why they should have talked to Al. See, it's very simple. It's funny how people will say, "Well, Spence said he wasn't going to fight Keith, but he had to listen to his boss, Al Heyman. He can't do nothing unless Al Heyman."
That's
But if
not what we were told. We were told that
no,
he said he was his own boss.
no. But listen. He said he was his own boss, but everybody else that are Crawford fans is equating that to him not being his own boss and following the orders of Heyman.
So why is he fighting Keith?
But no. I got you. I'm gonna answer that. If that is the case, that he's not his own boss and he has to take orders from his real boss, Al Heyman, then that's why Terence Bud Crawford shouldn't have went directly to Al Heyman
I don't know if that's to be true.
No,
that's
listen.
what we're assuming. I don't know.
We got to take Crawford at his words. So Crawford went to Al Heyman, telling Al Heyman that there's a $50 million hedge fund that he has access to, and they know who Heyman is, and Heyman know who they are. Well, then if he's Spence's boss, then they should have went to the boss of Spence. You see, so you can't have it both ways. Now, when we talk about Al Heyman and we talk about Spence, Al Heyman is Spence's advisor. We at this point,
no, he's the boss. Let's not say the advisor. He's the guy.
No. Listen now. There's one piece of the information that you're leaving out, Damone, and that is this. And this is documented, and we have evidence of this because it's public record.
Mm-hmm.
Errol Spence Jr. is the owner and proprietor of Man Down Promotions. So it's going to be a co-promotion with the boss, Errol Spence. He is.
So he's guaranteed a purse, then, right? He's guaranteed the money.
Promoters aren't guaranteed anything.
Yeah, it was not about a guarantee. It's about him being his own boss as a promoter. Terence Bud Crawford does not own his own promotion company. You agree with that, don't you, Damone?
I agree with all that. What you're saying.
Okay. So
all I'm saying is,
so
when you go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I want to make sure I hear you.
I agree with you 100%. What I'm saying is, for people to say, and I don't even like getting the money because I don't care about the money. I want the fight. I don't care about the money. The business is the business, and I'm not saying Bud is right, and I'm not saying Errol is right. I'm not saying that. I don't know because we don't know because we ain't in the room with Al, and I believe. If you want to be totally honest, I don't think Errol is ducking. I think Al is holding the fight up.
How?
That's who I think the roadblock is, not Spence. I think Spence wants the fight. I think it's Al Heyman.
Wait, Damone. So if Terence Crawford agreed to everything, and they had to push the dates back because they wanted a multi-city tour because this is a big fight, and February 4th was the target date.
Okay.
So if all of that, if the only reason why the fight didn't happen, according to your guy, Terence Crawford, the only reason why the fight didn't happen was because he wanted to get his fight in.
Okay.
Isn't the money isn't the money that we're talking about, isn't it a moot point? Because they came to terms?
No. Because I'm gonna answer that because you just left the door open for me. Good. If I'm fighting December 10th, and everybody, do we all agree that Terence Bud Crawford was gonna stop Avernizian?
Yeah.
So if I get $10 million to stop the guy that everybody know I shouldn't have no problems with December 10th, I can fight in February, bro.
Not necessarily.
Because Tank did a 2-fight deal when he fought this Garcia guy. He already had the fight with Ryan lined up, signed, and still delivered. So what are we talking about?
It wasn't signed yet. It ain't been signed yet.
Yeah, you realize
Tank already agreed to the fight.
They didn't sign it yet, though. That's not a done deal.
Terence Crawford got the contract.
So was that cap? Because we've been told that the Ryan and Tank fight is a done deal. We've been told that.
Terence Crawford got the contract for February 4th. He turned it down because he wanted to take his fight in December. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't try to tell me that
you would have fought Avernizian for $10 million, wouldn't you,
bro? Just let me make my point. Don't tell me the reason that the fight didn't happen was because of money. When Terence Crawford told you it's because he wanted to fight in 2022.
I agree.
The
because
money was
now
agreed on.
I agree 100%. Why am I agree 100%?
Why are we talking?
Get no feedback. No feedback. I agree. No feedback.
So I do have feedback. The feedback is simple. Terence Crawford may have said he wanted to fight in 2022 when they said
They
the
know,
fight.
May. He said that. That's a fact.
Okay, so this is what he should have done. Let's make this very simple, Damone. If he wanted to fight in 2022, when they sent him the term sheet a month after Spence for Ugas in May, he should have signed it then. And when they sent him the contract in August, he should have signed it then. Because when you signed it in May, when you signed it in August, I can assure you by December, the fight would have happened. It would have
We
been
don't
another
even know
contract.
if Spence signed it, bro.
No. Spence
We
team
don't
offered
know.
it. Wait. Spence team is the one who offered it. So you
Yeah,
know
but
they
if
should
you
have signed
offer
it.
it, it should already be signed when you send it to me.
No, that's not how it works. I'm
If
telling
you
you how.
sending some, bro, if I'm sending you a contract for some work, right? This hypothetical, we ain't even talking about boxing. If I say, you know what, you are a landscaper, right? And I need my landscaping done for 12 months. And I send you a contract. I'm already signing a contract for the 12 months for the amount that I'm sending it to you for, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I signed this contract for this agreement.
Well, let
I'm
me
sending it to you.
right, but
I
there's
agree to it.
Yeah,
right.
but the A side
The
sounds
Damone,
last, bro.
Damone, let me tell you how it works in boxing. When when a fighter, let's say the B side, let's just use the B side because Crawford would be the B side.
He has no control as the B side. It's the A side.
Right. So if the B side signs the contract, I'm gonna tell you what happens. Both fighters still have to sign another contract.
Mm-hmm.
And that contract has two words. I've said it on Fanon's channel and I'll say it here. It's called bout agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So when Crawford would have signed that in May or and in August, what would have happened is they would have sent him another contract. Now, this contract is for the commissioner to
Mm-hmm.
approve the actual bout.
So that means that Spence would have signed the other one, right?
The first one is a term. They call it a terms
No,
So
contract.
the
right,
term sheet, both fighters have to sign the term sheet agreeing to all the terms. Am I correct?
right, but what you're
Right.
missing, what yes,
Did
but
Spence sign the term sheet?
listen, of course, his team is the one that put this out. He would
We
have,
don't know that. We don't know that.
bro. He's the A side. His team put this out first, bro.
Okay, they put it
Believe
out,
that.
but did Spence sign for that? Can they
Of
prove that
course,
he signed the sheet?
of
We don't
course,
know that.
Damone,
bro. I'm explaining to you.
wait,
Of course.
Marty, real fast. If Damone, if I send you terms, right? If I send you terms on an email and you agree and you type back, I agree. You do know that's a contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so show it then. If that was what it was, show it.
But Damone, the dude told you what it was.
No, I don't go by what people say.
So you don't go by what Crawford
No,
says
because
anymore.
I do business.
I said,
And what you
but you don't.
say
I
versus
said, but
what
you.
is on paper is
I know, but
different, bro.
essentially you don't believe Crawford anymore.
I believe what's on paper.
Okay, well, Terence Crawford
I'm
said
not
he got.
taking Bud's side and I'm not taking Errol's
But
side.
Damone,
What
Terence
is
Crawford
in the
said he
middle?
got the
What's in the
contract.
middle?
He
What's in
said
the
he
middle?
got the He said he got the contract. He got what he wanted, but what he didn't like was now the fight's in 2023 as opposed
So
to
he didn't get what he
2022.
wanted.
I'm talking about with money.
No, he
You keep
wanted to fight
bringing
in
up.
2023. That was the biggest hang up.
I
I'm
know,
fighting
but
in
you,
2022.
bro, you got on here talking about money.
It's
It's
bro,
split.
but you know, let's keep it transparent. If we're gonna negotiate, I'm gonna tell you this is what I want. I want the money. This is when I want to do it. Either you agree or you don't. And if you don't agree, you're gonna throw in there what you don't agree with and what you want. And we negotiate.
Why didn't he sign the contract when they sent it
Right
to
in
him in
there,
May?
Spence signed it.
No. Well, I'm not asking about Spence. I want to talk about Crawford because he's
Because
the
he
one.
wasn't totally he was because when he agreed to the initial terms, and then when they said whatever they said, because I don't know, it's all speculation. Let's be honest. We don't know. We weren't in the room.
Well, I'm just going by
We weren't in
Crawford.
the room.
Crawford said that he received the term sheet in May. So if he would have agreed to the terms,
Do
the
you think
fight would have happened in
he's telling the
2022.
truth about that?
Huh?
Do you think he's lying about getting the term sheet in May? Do you think he's
No,
lying?
I believe him. I believe Crawford got the term sheet in May,
Terms,
the contract in August, and the revised contract on October 6th. I believe all of that. What
When
I'm
yeah, but
saying,
Floyd said the
hey,
fight ain't
hey
happening,
Marty,
did you believe Floyd?
yes, but Floyd said that. What month did Floyd say that in? Let's be transparent now.
Well, it was what,
Let's be
September,
honest.
October?
October,
When
wasn't it?
Tim Smith said in January
No, okay.
that we don't have the money, that we don't want to insult Crawford. We don't have it, we don't want to insult him about financial issues. Did you believe Tim Suits?
I believed him, but guess what happened 5 months after Tim Smith said that? They sent him a term sheet in May. See that? See,
In May, 5 months later.
How often are term sheets? How many term sheets can go back and forth?
We don't know. It's multiple.
Well, it could be multiple, but
that's what I'm
It's
asking.
multiple. Because if you take the first offer, you're a fool in business.
Damone, I'm just trying to get Marty's perspective. Marty, how many would you say?
I would say at least 2, because the thing about it is when people have good representation, it don't take a term sheet, then the contract not signed, then the revised version, then the about agreement. It don't take all that, bro. When 2 fighters want to fight in this business, I'm telling you right now, it happens. And when one fighter of the 2 fighters don't want to fight, sometimes they do certain things to let you see that they don't want to fight. I'll give you a classic example. When Terence Crawford, before let me go back to Spence first. When Spence was in his hometown, they asked him, who you want fight next? It got done. When Mayweather was in Vegas after he fought, he said, I want De La Hoya. And what happened? It got done.
You're proving my point.
When Danny Garcia fought Sammy Vargas, I was at that fight. He said, they said, who you want next? Keith Thurman jumped in the ring. He said, I want Thurman next. It got done. When Errol Spence got in the ring, after Sean Porter fought Danny Garcia and Sean Porter won, they said, who you want next? And Porter and Spence, they agreed right then and there. Now look at Terence Crawford when he was in front of his hometown in Nebraska after he knocked out David Ebenezer. They asked that man, who do you want next? Is Spence next? That man was not definitive. He said, I want, we got to go back to the drawing board.
So is this the same as Errol Spence saying he want to go on his ranch? He want to feed his chickens? Hold on.
Before we get to Spence now, I want to stay on Crawford because he's in front of his 8th grade teacher, his mama, and his pet friend in high school. He's supposed to have said,
not the 8th grade teacher.
Next. But what he did, but look, Damone, what Crawford did was he did the Studdard and Stanley. He wasn't definitive, and then he went home.
Okay, I give you all. I'm giving you all of that. I agree with you 100%.
I want to show you one more.
I would have wanted him to say something different. But what I will say is, I agree. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. I agree.
Got a question for you, Damone. He said, "What happened to the hedge fund? They spent money on Christmas gifts."
No, but okay, that's humor. That's cute. But what I'm saying is,
can I say one more thing, Damone?
That's cute.
He said, look, he got in front of his 8th grade teacher, right? His music teacher, the pet friend in high school, the old 9, right? And he did not say he wanted Spence next. But this is what he did. As soon as the fight was over, a day, 2-3 days later, he goes behind the scenes on Twitter and he starts talking.
Okay, I give you that, and I'm not even gonna argue that. I give you that. So this is what I gotta say. Every time it seems like when it's time for the fights to be made, Spence has an incident. Whether it's an eye, it's been 3 car accidents. This is a fact. It's been 3 car accidents in the eye. I don't know why it's him. What I'll say to this: Boots will never get that fight with Errol Spence. He's never getting that fight. You know it, and I know it. You know it, and I know it. He's never getting that fight, bro.
He won't get it with Crawford either, though.
I
agree, but he's never getting the Boots. Boots ain't never fighting Spence.
That belt's coming back to Philly.
Huh? No, I agree with no. What I'm saying is, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, he will never fight Boots in the ring.
Will Crawford fight him?
He'll vacate before he. Now it's not just about Spit. I'm not just about Crawford. Boots is part of the equation, bro. Boots is he's like the.
You think he's scared of Boots?
He's the guy you really. He's a problem.
You think he's scared of Boots?
I'm sorry.
No, I don't think no fighter's scared of no fighter, but Boots is an issue.
My man A-side.
Boots is an issue, bro. For Crawford and Spence, he's an issue.
But you saying but the way you saying like he'll vacate before he fight him as if like
I believe he's avoiding Boots. Yes, yeah,
what make you is he avoiding Boots or maybe is that just not the fight that's in front of him?
Why would you fight a mandatory for 147 at 154? And when have you ever seen that, bro?
Oh, I'll tell you why.
We haven't got that fight announcement though. Have you?
Spence told you, not Spence. Keith told you after the Barrios fight that he's fighting bro.
No. What I'm saying is that they're fighting, but you said why would he fight his mandatory at 154?
It's a 147 sanctioned fight at 154. When have we seen that? Guys get stripped. Stop holding up the division, bro.
Who's saying no?
What I'm
telling you is
shout out to my
who's
man
saying
Shop
that
for
fight
$10
is at
super chat.
154.
Salute YSM. I love the content. Just join the chat. Whatever happened to the Bud versus Thurman fight, because Thurman said he needed.
Thurman don't want to fight nobody, bro.
Welcome, Chad.
This is
welcome.
Yo, that fight, I don't think that fight could have been agreed on because of money. I definitely would have liked to see it, but
he want 10 million to fight Bud and 10 million to fight Boots.
I mean,
he don't really want to fight.
He said he didn't want 10, but
he do.
You never know with these boxing guys.
Hey,
Meech, I got a question for you though, right?
It's good.
I got a question for you. You think that Al Heyman is going to let Errol Spence face Jaron Ennis?
No, I don't think. I mean, he probably won't advise that. No, but not at 147.
Why?
I think at 54.
Why? He gonna lose at 154.
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Why.
Because it's bigger fights out there for him.
At 154, who?
No, at 147.
Wait.
Bud is the biggest fight Errol can have, bro.
And that's the fight they've been trying to make. No.
Yo, wait. Asap, why won't Al Heyman let Jaron in his face Errol Spence?
I just told you.
Because they don't believe in Spence beating him. I'm gonna be honest.
Let's
just keep it a buck.
Because they're bigger fights, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they say.
Do you believe if Jaron Ennis was signed to Al Heyman that he would get that Errol Spence fight?
No.
Not if he was still. Not if them same other fights were still ahead of him.
I disagree.
Oh,
I believe they want Errol to cash out with Canelo. That's what I believe.
No. Listen.
All right.
Listen.
Okay.
All right. Listen. I want to. If I may answer that, YSM.
Go ahead.
All right. Before I answer that, Damone, I have to give you credit, brother. I like how you did acknowledge my points about Crawford, but you smoothly brought Boots in it, so we can stop talking about Crawford.
No, Boots has always been in it. No.
That, brother.
Boots has been in the factor the whole time. I'm gonna be honest. He's kind of the leverage that Crawford has, because either you fight Boots or you fight me or you move up. That's it.
Right, but we just established that he didn't want that smoke even in Nebraska.
But why do you think Spence is trying to fight at 154? Because he put in a request for that. That's been stated. But that's been stated.
I'll tell you why. You ready for this?
I don't know that fight is happening at 154. You keep saying
it's happening.
Ain't no announcement.
Who else is he gonna fight? Who else is he gonna fight?
What if he fight him at 147?
I don't believe that.
But that's your personal belief. But we don't know it's going to be at 54.
Well, why did he petition to fight at 154, bro?
Here's the thing, Damone. He shouldn't have to fight He shouldn't have to fight Keith Thurman.
He's the mandatory. Yes, he does.
He was massaged into that position, man.
But
whether you agree or disagree why he's in the position, he deserves to fight at 147 for the title. He's next up.
Well, listen.
YSM, do you agree? He's next up based on whether you agree or disagree. He's next up.
Right, but this is the thing.
You asking, do I want Thurman to get a shot?
No, do you based on the politics? He's next. If you're the champion, you fight him as such. That's how I feel. Do you agree?
He got next because he's signed Al Heyman.
I agree. It's not. I don't agree. He's to get next, but
that's not the business. But that's not the business.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's not. It's not rocket science. Al made that move.
But that's
it's an in-house fight for Al. It benefits Al. Al's the worst thing for boxing, bro.
The question is, why is it at 54?
Hell no. Al Heyman is the best thing that ever happened to fighters.
I don't believe that.
Well, here's the thing, though, Damone. The bottom line is this. We wouldn't even be talking about no Keith Thurman versus no Errol Spence if Crawford would have signed the contract. It's very simple.
You say that.
It's simple.
I hear what you're saying. And I'm not saying that's a fact that it could happen that way. But when you talking about Crawford got maybe 2 to 3 fights left in his career, bro. Let's get a buck. He's not no young sprung chicken. Right? And if I know like Spence keep talking about the back end. It's 2 different business models. And Bud is used to Bob Arum giving them guarantees. Well, we're not going to do that because we don't know if the fight going to do that. But in the same second hand, Al Heyman's telling Bud, well, 50 million ain't enough because I want to be in control of the fight.
No,
this,
that's
that,
not
and the
what it
third.
was. No,
This,
that's not what it was, bro. It was very simple. That was very unethical business for a fighter to come to a businessman and tell him about what A, B, and C said through hearsay. If they knew who he was, they
has
were supposed to get on the phone and call that man
has
directly.
Spence ever made $25 million in the fight?
No, forget 25 million. Have
I'm
Crawford
at
ever
no, no,
made
no, no.
10?
I'm asking you. It's a yes
I
or no
don't
question.
know. I don't know, but I know
No,
that.
we can say that. No,
Okay, let's say he didn't, but
no,
no, okay, no problem. Let's say he didn't, but Crawford never made 8, and he's talking about
no.
15.
I disagree. He has had a $10 million guarantee in his last
When,
fight,
when,
bro.
Real,
Let's not
real
do
fast,
that,
I want
bro.
to send a
when.
shout out to my man Pound for Pound Sports for the $2 super chat. Hey, Damone, let me
He
ask
had a
you a
$10
question.
million guarty with BOK Prime, bro. Let's not do
All
Damone,
right,
let
that.
me
show the
ask you a
proof.
question.
Show the
What
proof.
he
First,
say?
first,
Show
I
the
ain't never
proof.
hear
what?
BLK
Don't
say
say
it.
that, bro. That's
I
what it
never heard
is.
BLK say it.
Show the proof.
Come on, bro.
Hey, Damone, I can make a phone call in the morning and find out how much he got, but I
Did he
want you to
get
show the
$6
proof.
million guaranteed for the Sean Porter fight? Was that real?
Yes, he did.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's real.
Yeah,
The 6
Bob
million is
Aaron
real.
then said that.
Yeah, that's real.
Guaranteed, right?
Bob Aaron said it.
So BOK Prime don't count. If they say it don't matter.
They
They
didn't
never
say
said
it.
it.
They
They
didn't
never
say
said it.
it. Crawford
No.
said it.
Crawford said it. And look, Damone, let me point something out to you, right? Go back and look at that interview, and I put it on my channel. They did an interview, Brian Custer and Errol and Crawford,
Hey,
right?
Marty, real fast.
My
Yo, don't
fault.
disrespect my man Damone in the comments. Damone's my guy. He got his opinions. We got ours. There's no reason for y'all to pop fly. He's a good dude, man. Go ahead.
And I'm not
Yeah.
saying Spence is all the way wrong. I'm not. I like
Yeah, I
Spence.
respect that. I
I'm
respect
not
your
saying
view.
he's wrong in everything. I think he's right in some things. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
respect.
I'm not over the top with it. I'm playing devil's advocate.
No,
That's
it's
it.
all good. Listen, I respect your views, brother. This ain't. I'm one of
Yeah, no
Jamil's
doubt.
guys.
Everybody had that right to their
Yeah, I respect your opinion, your views, bro. What I'm saying is this: if you look at that Brian Custer interview with Crawford, right? Brian Custer asked him definitive, close-ended questions, yes or no questions, and he answered them, right? Every question he answered. When Brian Custer said, "Hey, Bud, we're hearing that you're getting 10 million for this next fight. Is that true?" And Bud Crawford never answered. He said, "Well, gotta go get the money." He never
That's
definitively
true.
Does that
answered.
mean
Is
he's
that
not getting it?
no, no, listen. What that means is you got to watch a person's behavior patterns and watch how they answer certain questions. I've learned that. So what I'm saying to you is Bud Crawford said he got half of his money up front and he's going to get half of it somewhere else. Nobody else talked about 10 million except for Bud and his team that told Mike Coppinger that.
Okay, so so we believe he got over 5. Can we say that? Can we really say that, bro?
I can
Yo,
see him getting 5 to 6.
Marty, I don't, bro. If I'm getting 5 to cook David Amnesia, I'm cooking.
That's a
I'm
come on, bro.
cooking
That's a
David
layup,
Amnesia,
bro.
yo.
It's a layup,
I'm,
bro.
yo, my only thing is, first, you can't say Spence is ducking. Number two, you should have went about it a different way. I would have went to them and told them, like, look, y'all want to do it February 4th. Let's push it back to April and May. I'm gonna go cook this turkey. You can take an interim
Okay,
fight,
I agree with you.
and then,
YYSM,
and then
I agree
let's
with
get
you
rocking.
100%. And what I
But
will say
I
is
don't
this:
like the way you went about it.
I agree with
Exactly.
you.
If I
That's
was a
my
good,
problem.
But what I
I wouldn't
will
like the
say
way
Exactly.
you
is,
went about
Because
when we
nobody
found
would
out
have
about the
tripped about
Spence
that money.
accident, it had happened a couple of weeks before that. So when did he
it.
really have the accident? Because
Before
we
what?
found out after the fact.
Before
No, we found out he was on live that night, so we
Yeah,
found
we
out.
seen it on
He said he
live.
was going to announce the next fight, but then he had the injury, so he know who he's fighting, bro. We're not gonna act like it's not Keith. We know it's Keith.
that's
Oh
cool though.
no, it's definitely Keith.
It's Keith. Yeah, we know
Keith
it's
told
Keith.
us this back in January. It was him.
Hey, the Mo. I'm not I can't tell a man what to do, right? That's Marty's job. Like I don't get paid to tell men what moves they should make in their career. All I'm saying is this: you cannot say that Errol Spence is ducking or
I don't believe that either.
scared
I never
if
believed Spence was ducking.
if you choose another route. That's all I'm
I
saying.
believe this is
I
what
would
I
have cooked
believe.
dude. I would have cooked dude. That's a layup. That's one of these layups. It's not even a difficult joint. That's
This
one
is
of
what I
these
believe
joints.
with YSM. I don't believe
You finger roll.
YSM. I
You
don't
had
believe
some
Keith.
flavors.
Listen, this is what I believe, YSM. And I let the other gentleman cook. I don't believe Keith is a layup. That's a fight he could lose. I believe I pick him.
Amnesia's a layup.
I favor Spence, but he could lose the fight, bro. It's
No,
not a
no, no.
layup
I
with
think
Keith.
Keith versus Spence is a good fight. I
It's a
think
Yeah,
great
I
fight.
think
It's
so
not a
too.
layup.
Good
It's
fight.
not a
layup.
layup,
fight.
No,
bro.
Bud versus David Avanesian is a layup.
Is a layup.
Yes.
I mean that was, but like I said, I would do it. I would have just told them like first off, I'm my own boss, so we're in negotiations. Look, I'm gonna go handle this real fast. We can still negotiate for a later date. You already telling me it's 2023, so find some dates in May and June, and then
And again, like you say, I agree with you. It's no, like you say, it's no guarantee he's gonna fight Keith. So who is he fighting, bro? He been out almost like, who is he fighting? Can we
He's
get an
You know
announcement?
he's fighting Keith.
No, we speculating that. We don't know that.
Yeah, but anybody else would not be acceptable.
Is it well, regardless of what you and I agree what's acceptable, we don't have no official announcement.
Well, he always said he doesn't do tune-ups for one.
That's
So
well,
I mean,
he said he wouldn't fight Keith Thurman either, so we can
yeah, I
go
know,
on
but
that.
he's been pressed
we don't
to that,
know.
so he doesn't
He
lose
said he
his
would
belt.
never fight Keith Thurman. Am I right,
Yeah, but he
YSM?
said he'll look, but they're putting the belts out there. He still wants to be undisputed.
He's not fighting for the belts. He's fighting at 154. He's not
he
fighting
gets
for
to
the
keep
belts.
he gets to keep them.
Yes, he
Bro,
They approved it.
Bro,
That ain't his
I hear
fault.
what
They
you're saying,
approved it.
but you can't defend 147 titles at 54. There's already a 154 champion at those belts, so we're not gonna do that, bro.
Yeah, but it's not for no
That's the
154
politics.
belts.
It's
It's for
politics.
47.
He's not fighting for the titles,
Hey,
bro.
Marty, and Jay.
Yeah,
Dude is holding up boxing.
He holding up the division.
I agree on
Just
that.
keep it above.
I can disagree with Terence Crawford. Like for me, I got no horse in the race. I'm speaking for the young bulls.
Yeah, he's
Terence
holding
ain't holding the division up.
He holding it up.
Well,
But
Terence not holding it up.
They've been
He got
holding
one belt.
They've been holding it up for a while.
No,
they got the guns. They got
nothing could happen.
2 guns apiece.
Nothing in the
Spence got 3 belts, bro, and all the contenders want to fight Spence for the IBF, WBA, and WBC.
Okay,
He's
right.
holding it up, bro.
But listen,
nobody's saying WBO nothing.
But here's the thing. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. All 4 of us agree to this. He's only holding it up for one reason and one reason only. Hold on, Damone. He's holding it up by default because he already told everybody what his plans is. I'm gonna get the IBF. I'm gonna go get the WB, the WBC. I'm gonna go get the WBA, and then Crawford. I'm coming to get the BO. And he
You
did
see this,
everything.
YSM? They blaming Bud for Spence moving up to 154, defending keeping a meaningless fight at 154, but it's Bud's fault. You see, YSM? This is why I defend Bud. You got to give Spence some liability, bro.
I'm not
Stop
saying
it.
Damone, I'm not saying there's no liability on Spence. What
it's
I'm
all
saying
a liability.
No, listen to me. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if Crawford would have signed the contract, we will be talking about an undisputed championship bout right now.
Okay. And I'll give you that. So what I'll say to you is this. What I'll say to you is this. Why can't Spence...
You blanked out.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. He blanked out for a minute.
I think he said Spence something about.
I'm only fighting Bud. Get him in the ring any means necessary.
We didn't catch that. You went
Why
out.
can't he do that?
We didn't hear the first part.
Yeah, we didn't hear the first part.
I'm saying, why couldn't Spence just say, "Hey, if based on what the gentleman that just said what he said, saying it was Bud's fault the fight didn't happen, why didn't Spence just say, hey, Al, I'm not fighting nobody else. Make the Bud fight. Give him what he wants. Just give him what he wants. I want Spence. I want Bud and nobody else. Make the fight.
He loses the belt at 147, so it's not for undisputed anymore.
It don't mean nothing. I'm talking about fighting Bud. If he's fighting Bud, give Bud what he wants. Just get Bud in the ring. I want him in the ring. Why can't Spence do that?
But okay, I'm gonna ask you this. According to Terence Crawford fans, Terence Crawford just wanted to smoke with Errol, right?
Okay.
He wanted to be undisputed. He wanted to smoke with Errol, right?
I think they both want undisputed. I agree. I believe both
essentially, what you're telling me is you're putting all the onus on Spence and none of the onus on Bud actually making this fight happen.
I put it on Al Heyman. I don't put it on either fighter. I believe Errol wants to fight, and I believe Bud wants to fight. But I believe Al wants the money. Al is the person holding the fight up, not Spence or Bud.
If that was the case, then Terence Crawford would have signed the fight.
No, bro.
Reality,
It's
Damone,
still a.
Damone,
But
Damone,
what I'm
Damone.
saying
I
to
want
you,
you to hear
Ryson,
me. I want you to hear me
it's
out on that.
still a business, bro.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
still a
It's still a business. You
business.
can't just give a dude whatever he wants to get him in the
I
ring.
don't. I mean, I
It
don't
has
mean
to make
like
sense for both parties.
unreasonably.
Now, the fight can
But
still
if he's
happen.
saying if he wants a guarantee, if he's saying if $5 million is a guarantee, give him the goddamn $5 million out. Make
But
the
he said
fight.
the
You know
money's
it's a
not the
$100 million
issue. The
fight
money was
plus.
the date.
Give him the $5 million guarantee and make
The
the fight,
problem
bro.
he didn't have a problem with the business, the money part. He said he had a problem about the date.
What
Everything
I'm
else was
saying is
smoothed out.
Spence is a superstar, right? That's what everybody says. Spence is this big
Okay,
pay-per-view star,
it's only
right?
the fans worrying about the guarantee. Bud
No, no,
already
no.
said
We
I
only
will
worry
fight
about
him.
we only talk about numbers when it was with Spence. When Canelo do a fight, we don't talk about the numbers because we know whatever Canelo do, he's a superstar.
But why are you
That's what
complaining
it
about something
is.
Bud ain't complaining about? Bud said the reason why this fight didn't happen because he wanted to fight in 2022 and not 2023.
That's what we was told November 19th. That's what we was told.
But you keep on bringing money up.
No,
money is always included in boxing, bro. That's understood.
But yeah, but Bud
the
ain't
deal
complaining.
didn't get done, so it got pushed back into 2023. Okay, right now we are in 2023.
And Spence still ain't fighting in June.
Well,
Okay.
who's Crawford fighting? Who's Crawford fighting in 2023 then, Damone?
I don't know who is fighting, but if you based on what has happened, what we know, you would have had Bud off the ring almost a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Yeah,
no income.
Right now, you're
that man got 6 kids and a wife, bro.
Yo,
that comes before what we talking about.
Damone, I feel like you be jumping all over the place right now, right? Terence Crawford is going to have his mandatory call in May. He can fight Roca around the same time as Errol Spence will fight Keith Thurman.
We don't know when is that fight happening.
But they can fight in
Why is that? When is the Keith and Errol fight happening? When is it really happening?
The fight is supposed to be slated for around May.
We don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be slated. We don't even know.
Well, how we know Errol ain't gonna get another accident, bro? We don't know.
You just give me 1 second, dude. All right, so we don't even know if the WBO is going to call for the mandatory, right? It's a whole bunch of things up in the air.
That's negotiable.
If the WBO calls for the mandatory, and if Errol Spence fights Keith Thurman, if they in May or June, this is the time where everything is supposed to happen with the mandatory and Spence. They can still fight later on in the year.
Okay, well, what if they get tell Bud you got to fight him in April or May before the Spence fight? Then what? We still don't know if that fight's going to happen.
It's still, it's still comparable around the time, a month to 2 months out.
So what's the problem if he fight Rochas in May or June? What's the issue?
Hey, bro, do you want to see this fight?
You know what? I just don't believe it's going to happen. I've been waiting for 4 years, bro. Excuse me for being not confident in this fight.
Were you disappointed when Bud left negotiations?
I've been disappointed on both sides, bro.
Yeah, I'm just asking for that particular. Were you disappointed? Like, did you?
No, I was disappointed when it said 2023, bro.
I knew
what that was going. I knew what when he said when I heard the interview. When I heard the phone call with Spence, and they said when the Spence was secretly recorded, which I thought was messed up, in a private conversation. I still don't hold Spence accountable to that at all because I believe he was saying what he was told, bro. And I don't even fault him for that. But when he said 2023 or whatever the conversation went, when he said that, I said, yo, this fight ain't happening in 2022 and it's going to throw everything off. And I'm not even blaming Spence. I think Spence was following protocol, bro. So I don't blame him for that.
Well, at that point, Damone, at that point, he was following protocol.
So is Bud wrong for saying fuck this? I'm just gonna go get my money, bro. I got a family.
No. Listen. I want to put something in perspective. I think you keep missing this. They sent Bud Crawford a term sheet in May. That we got to stay right there first because that's the foundation of this whole argument. They sent him a term sheet in May. If he would have agreed, the fight would have happened in November. Now,
you believe that?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely. And guess what? They sent him a term sheet, and guess what? He was negotiating with BLK Prime, his words, not mine, in June. They didn't know that, and they sent him a contract in August. Fight still could have happened November, December.
So what happened when Floyd came out and said the fight ain't happening?
Let me I'm gonna answer your question. Let me finish. When he did not sign the contract, the term sheet first in April, in May, excuse me, the contract in August. At this point, when they sent them the revised contract on October the 6th, we knew good and well that the fight would not happen in November, December.
So
It
do you know
had
what?
to happen in
Do you know what Floyd?
2026.
Okay, you said November to what?
I'm just saying, if
No, man, you gave a date. What was the date?
on October 6th, they sent him
So
a
when did Floyd
revised
come out and say the
contract.
fight ain't happening no time soon?
No. Floyd said that in October, after Crawford did not sign the term sheet in May, contract in August, the revised contract in October. Of course, Floyd going to say, "Oh, he ain't fighting. It ain't happening." This is
Right.
why he was saying that, because
What else did Floyd say, bro? Don't give half truths.
about what?
Floyd said this fight ain't happening. This fight needs basically he said the fight needed to marinate a little more.
You know
That's
why
basically what
Floyd
he was
said that?
implying.
Do you know why Floyd
It'll
said
be
that?
bigger later.
Listen, do you know why Floyd said that? Because the
I don't
time
know.
elapsed for them to build a 6 or 7 city tour, for them to really build this promotion, because Crawford lagged his feet in the
So
negotiations
you
and he
blame
did not
Crawford for
sign it.
100% for this fight not happening.
Do
He's to
I?
blame for everything.
No, I
Yes.
didn't. He is to blame.
Wow.
Listen,
Yes.
Wow.
Damone, hear me clearly. Bud Crawford was in negotiations with BLK Prime in the middle of being in negotiations with Al Heyman and PBC, and he never let them know anything.
Is
Now,
that unprecedented?
no, listen, I want you to hear me for a second, sir. Now, not only did that happen, but it took them at least 45 to 60 days to get David Evanesian off of a card that he was scheduled to fight for in the UK on November the 19th. It took them time to get the Nebraska Commission to approve the fight with David Evanesian and Crawford, and it took them time for the WBO to get their money, follow protocol, and then sanction the bout that was going to happen in December.
Yep.
Now, if you ask me whose fault was that, absolutely 100%, 100%
Okay.
Terence
Okay.
Crawford's fault, bro.
I'll even give you that. Do you think Bud is scared to fight Errol Spence, bro?
No, I
No.
don't think he's scared, but he doesn't have the confidence that he can beat him
You don't
like he
think he
can
has
beat him.
confidence?
No,
You
he
think
don't.
you don't? I
Marty.
don't
No,
believe
he
it.
do
Bro,
not
No.
have the confidence
I
that
I
don't
do
Terence
think
not.
he's
Crawford.
scared.
I don't
I
believe
think
that
he's
at all.
afraid of losing. I don't think he's scared of
I don't even think
Spence.
he's
I
afraid of
think he's
losing,
afraid of
bro.
losing. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's
Because
scared
if
to
you
lose.
listen to that man talk about,
That's
Yeah.
how he can't lose in front of his
not the
kids
name
and
of
all of that
welterweight.
stuff. Look, he's so used to being, like the big attraction out in Nebraska, and everyone looks up to
That's not
him,
the
and
name of
You
he
know he
seems
sold out
invincible to
outside of
everybody.
Nebraska, though, right? You know he sold out beyond Nebraska.
He
Nebraska ain't the
did
only place
what?
he sold out at, bro.
You
He
said he
sold out
did
in New
what?
York City. He sold out in Vegas, pretty much. He
Time
sold
out.
out in Nebraska,
Time,
bro.
time
It's
out.
not
Time
just
out. No.
Nebraska.
No. I can't let you
No.
do that. I can't let you do that, Damone. He did not sell out in Vegas, and he did not sell out in New York.
Well, how
We
many?
got the
What was he? 500 seats from selling out in Vegas? 200? Let's
absolutely
be
not. He was in a
honest.
couple thousands. And
No, he
remember when
wasn't.
he
No, bro.
yes,
Did he sell out Madison Square Garden, bro?
the
No, but
theater,
he
the
did a good.
theater.
I don't
He,
care what you say. Did
hey
he
Marty,
sell
I'm
out
just
Marty,
in
asking. I'm
Madison
just
Square
Marty.
asking.
He
Garden,
don't.
bro?
Marty. He don't fight in the theater. He fights in Madison Square Garden.
Well,
He
he
didn't
fought
sell
in
it
the
out.
theater. Whoa,
He
when he
didn't.
fought,
He
when
didn't
he
sell it
fought,
out, but he did a nice number in Madison Square
yeah.
Garden.
But I'm just saying when he fought Hank Lundy, I was at that fight. That was in the theater.
Yeah, I'm talking about when he fought Mean Machine. He had a good number.
Oh, he should have. Mean Machine from a different country.
And you
Of
know
course.
he had the highest view fight in the year he fought when he fought Benavidez. That was the highest view fight of that
On
year.
on ESPN, right?
It was the highest view fight of the
No, I'm
year.
asking you on ESPN, right?
Yes.
And guess what? None of that translated into pay-per-view numbers.
It's
Facts.
I don't like listen, people say Tank ain't never did over
No.
100,000.
We ain't talking about
No,
Tank
no,
because
what
we know Tank.
let me finish.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
All right,
I
go ahead,
think pay-per-view ain't what it used to be, bro.
Come on, bro. Stop.
With the
Don't do
fire
that.
stick, it's not what it used to be. It's not.
We're not talking about the fire stick. We're talking about
Errol
Crawford.
Spence don't do a lot of numbers, bro. In
Bruh, we got
comparison,
all right,
he
put it like this.
don't.
He does at least 200,000 more than
We don't
Crawford.
know that.
I
Prove it.
got a question though. If you guys are saying pay per view ain't what it used to be in the whole fire situation, then how come you guys aren't giving Bud more pressure to stop crying about the money and asking for those high ass guarantees?
That's
When,
why he want the guarantee, so he don't have to depend on the
but how?
pay-per-view, bro.
Here's the thing, right? if you take Terence Crawford's best pay-per-view to date, which allegedly was the Sean Porter fight at 135,000.
We
Hold
still
on,
don't know the
let me
numbers.
ask you a question. Just want to ask you a question. At 135,000 views, he did. If you times that by $69, which is because I bought it and I got the ESPN Plus for a year with that, that's $9 million. How could a guy who did $9 million and that $9 million don't just go straight to Terence Crawford? That has to get divvied up to cable companies
Are you
all over the
including the
place.
gate?
I just a quick question, just a question.
I'm asking.
Because he never did no deals where he was getting the net profit and shit with Top Rank. Okay, he was an employee getting a guarantee.
Right. That's what stops him from asking for all that other stuff
Which
because he got a
Bob
guarantee.
complained about every time.
How could you expect? How could this guy, or how could you guys let him off the hook and blame Al Heyman for him not for not giving him a high guarantee of money when this guy has never been a draw to garner a high guarantee?
Okay.
The only think about this, there's no other opponent that you can name for Terence Crawford that would have him get a high guarantee except in fighting Errol Spence. So why in the world would they give this guy a whole bunch of money?
Okay, fair point. That's a fair point. I'm not even gonna argue that. But why after that, Bob was willing to make the Josh Taylor fight with Bud if he didn't make no money?
Because it's two countries. That's the part that you guys keep missing with.
But you said Bud don't sell. Why would
but where were they
after
gonna
Bud sued him?
Where were they gonna fight though?
Hey, wait, real fast.
I don't care what it is. Bud don't make him no money, and then why would he even want to do business with a guy who sued him? That's what everybody tells me.
Damone, does Terence Crawford sell? Yes. Does Terence Crawford leave you in the red? Leave you in the red?
We don't know. Where's the numbers? We don't really know.
Let me finish.
Damone.
Does he leave you? Does he leave you in the red based off of it? Based off of what his promoter said?
No.
Yes.
Because Black said,
yo, if we're taking,
I don't know.
If we're taking everybody for their word, right? I mean, that could easily be disproved. Terence Crawford could have been like, okay, well, show the numbers.
I agree, but what I'm saying is I don't know. I don't know because Black Prime said they was okay with the numbers, satisfied. Bob still wants to do business with Bud. So I don't know, bro. What's true and what's not? I don't know.
I'm not telling you.
I can't confirm or deny.
I'm saying he doesn't sell that well. He sells.
Who does?
He sells, right? If any, he's doing over 100,000 pay-per-views, so you can't say he's not a pay-per-view fighter. He's just not a pay-per-view star. There's not too many pay-per-view stars still available.
It's only one to me, and that's Canelo.
No, it's three.
It's three. It's a couple.
Who?
You got Errol Spence and you got
Errol
Canelo.
Spence ain't no star. He never did 500,000.
Yes, he is. Listen to me. You got Errol. You got this is in this order. You got Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence, and Tank Davis.
Errol Spence ain't over Deontay Wilder, bro.
I actually disagree with that, Marty. I actually
stop it, bro. Stop it. He's not over Wilder.
Yo,
I can't hear.
If we talking about who's the biggest star in boxing, it's not Canelo Alvarez. Anthony Joshua.
Him too.
Well, I was talking about in the United States.
Deontay Wilder is above Tank and Errol Spence.
He's the biggest PBC pay-per-view star. Deontay Wilder. The numbers say that.
Deontay Wilder has sold over 1 million pay-per-views.
I got you. Hold on. Wait, hold up. Damone, what numbers say that? You said the numbers say that. What numbers?
Him and Fury did over 1 million, bro.
Stop. And I'm glad you said that. And because now you open the door for me to ask you a question. If you can believe the numbers of a Fury and Wilder, why can't you believe the numbers when we tell you that Crawford don't sell A, B, C, and D?
I'm not even arguing that, but I will tell you this. No, I'm not even arguing that.
Hold on,
we're talking about a star. I think Spence is a bigger star numbers-wise than Crawford.
I know, but
what I'm saying is Spence hasn't done 1 million pay-per-views total. I don't think
Errol Spence is a bigger star than Gervonta Davis currently.
I agree.
But Damone, you said you don't know when we talked about Bob Arum.
This is my opinion. My opinion.
But Bob,
I know he hasn't done over 1 million pay-per-views total.
Bro.
Wilder did that with one fight.
But Wilder
Spence hasn't done that in his whole career.
Wilder did that with Fury. Let's be
It don't
clear.
matter who he did it when he
Oh,
did
no,
it.
it does matter. Oh, no, it does matter,
No,
sir.
he did it.
Marty, Wilder, that dude.
Listen,
Stop it, bro.
Listen. If Wilder, wait a minute. Let's be clear here now. If Wilder was not fighting Fury, he would have not gotten those numbers.
What did Fury do without Wilder?
But Marty, your choice of opponent
matters
in promotions, right? So
say that. I can't hear you. Say that again.
I'm saying your choice of like, okay, is it my fault that I'm choosing better opponents than you are?
No, it's business. I'm just talking about the business.
Let's be clear. Wilder gave Fury the shot, not the other way around.
What did he do with Ortiz? Like 200-300? He did 1 point. He did 300 with Fury the first one, 1.2 the second one, 600 the third one.
Spence ain't did that his whole career with one of those fights, bro.
But wait a minute. We're not okay. Hold on for a minute. We're mixing oranges and apples. We're talking about the heavyweight division, number one,
right.
and the sponsors pay way more money for that. So let's be clear. And
that's not his fault, but we're just talking numbers.
No, I'm not talking about the fault. Listen carefully. And we're also talking about the price point difference. It's a price point difference. If you look at Crawford fighting on ESPN, like my brother over there, I forgot the brother, you don't know S about boxing, said $69.99. When you look at like a Tank Davis, he fought $75 against Garcia. When you look at a Wilder fight, you damn near paid almost $100.
Does that model apply to Canelo?
Of course. I'm just saying.
So Canelo does more than Wilder, and he's a heavyweight. So we're not gonna do it. Superstar is superstar, bro. We're not gonna put all that other stuff. You're the draw.
Listen, Canelo has a whole country behind him, bro. So it's different.
Did Floyd have a whole country behind him?
Of course, but Floyd had a couple of countries. But but Floyd is global. Floyd Mayweather is a global superstar, so you can't compare him to nobody else.
Errol not a bigger pay-per-view star than Adrian Broner. He don't do more numbers than AD.
What?
He don't.
What? Come on.
He's a better fighter, but he don't do better numbers. He don't do better numbers.
All right,
no, he don't.
Hey, wait, real fast. My man Kareem Boxing News. He just hopped on the panel. Go ahead, say your piece.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and let them cook. Then I'm fire their ass up right afterwards.
Go ahead. Do you think Errol's a bigger pay-per-view star than Broner?
Yeah, because Broner's only.
Wow. Do the numbers say that?
Yo, hit that like button.
What pay-per-view? So you got to choose your words correctly, right? If viewership on Showtime is one thing and pay-per-view is another.
Has he sold more pay-per-views than Adrian Broner in his career? I'm just asking.
Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see that tweet that Terence Crawford just tweeted out?
No.
What happened?
The nigga can't fucking spell again.
Well, we already got that. We ain't judging him based on his education.
Oh,
it is what it is.
I'm about to hop off for 5 minutes. I'm gonna let my man Terrence Wiseman cook. Y'all keep it respectful.
Yeah, what did he say though? I'm curious, fam. What did he say?
Hold up. Instead of this nigga saying ain't, this nigga said ant.
No, I ain't talking about, but what was it just what he was saying though?
Hold on. Let me pull it up. All right.
We never accused him of being a Rhodes Scholar.
I think at this point he's trolling us with that.
This nigga here was a special ed. Hold on.
At least we know that's probably him saying it.
Look, we know that nigga was special ed. Look at this shit.
What do you say? Let me see. And it's so funny when they think you lie because they balls hanging but can't prove you lie. See, there's the thing about it, Damone. Crawford keep getting on Twitter. He was supposed to do that in Nebraska when the man asked him in front of his 8th grade teacher, is Spence next? And he starts stuttering saying, we got the...
Hey, what's your name, fam? What's your name, fam? You know what it is, though? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, though. They got us all talking about it.
Hey, that's good.
So I don't know if it's strategic or not. At the end of the day, they know we gonna latch on to whatever they say at this point.
It's not strategic, bro.
No, bro. Because Terence Crawford, whether y'all like him or don't like him, he's the most talked about guy in boxing.
I never said
about that. Whether you hate him or love him.
Hey, but look, which one is worse?
You agree?
Listen, which one is worse?
But I'm saying, but do you agree he's the most talked about guy in boxing? Whether you love him or hate him.
Well, he's
Who
not
else?
the most talked.
Who
I
else?
don't think he's the most talked. I don't think he's the most
No.
Who else
If
is more
that's
talked
the
about than
case,
Terence Crawford?
Errol Spence,
No, he's not.
Errol Spence, because you can't talk about Spence. You can't talk about Crawford without talking about Errol Spence.
Okay, so Errol Spence and Bud Crawford is 1 and 2, 2 and 1, however you want to see it. Correct?
Javante Davis.
No, Tank ain't talking more about Bud and no Spence. Hell no.
Davis.
Y'all know that. Let's
He's
keep it a
up
buck,
there.
y'all.
He's up there. He's
no,
up
he
there.
ain't
but
with
let's get
Spence
back
and
to the
Bud. Let's keep it
numbers.
a buck, y'all. We gonna be
Let's get
honest.
back
Let's
to
be
the
honest.
numbers. Everybody,
Spank.
let's get back to the numbers. Y'all talk about pay-per-view stars, right? If I agree with Jamil. It's really not no pay-per-view
He don't
stars
sell at all.
Besides one, you could say Canelo, but Canelo needs a good opponent. He needs a Golovkin. He needs a Benavidez. That's the only way he gonna do them
but
damn
he's
numbers.
the
If you put
draw. That's why they giving
Canelo
him 40,
in there with a
$50
fucking
million
Leo Smith,
guaranteed,
he's
bro.
doing the same numbers as Errol Spence.
Facts. That's facts.
No,
That's
he's
facts.
not.
If you
Spence will never
Dog.
get a 40. Spence will never get a $300 million deal. Never. Never.
No, I'm talking. We're not talking about price of what he's getting off the contract, far as like money.
That's what the star
We
means,
talking
bro.
about
That's star power.
we
Money.
talking about sales that's going to equivalent to them getting that money. Canelo, how much money did he get for when he fought Leo Smith on pay-per-view?
I'm sure he got at least about $20-30 million guaranteed, bro.
And how much did that pay-per-view sell?
I don't care what the pay-per-view sell. PBC gave him $40 million guaranteed to fight Plant. What did he get to fight Plant? 40, 50 million? Guaranteed?
I don't know.
He got 40.
Plant got 10. So what I'm telling you is, all I'm saying is this. Canelo has made more in one fight than Errol Spence has made in his whole career, bro.
Of course.
Okay.
So he's a superstar.
But
Didn't I say Canelo is a motherfucker? He's the only star.
Spence is a star. No, Errol Spence is a star.
He needs.
What I'm saying is Errol Spence is a star. He's not a superstar. Floyd was a superstar. Pacquiao was a superstar.
Mega star. I'm about to break it. This is how I look at it. I'm gonna break it down in 3 tiers.
It's mega star,
superstar. It's mega star, superstar. Then you got stars. Mega stars was Pacquiao, Floyd. Superstars, Canelo. Hell, Oscar De La. Hell, you can even say Oscar was a mega star.
Oscar was a mega star, bro.
Yeah, he was mega.
Don't do that.
Yeah, he was a mega.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mike Tyson was a mega star.
Yeah, Mike was mega. Yup.
Superstars, you have Lennox
Ray Leonard,
mega star, but
Muhammad Ali. Those are the mega stars, bro.
No, but Muhammad Ali really wasn't fighting on pay-per-view that day. He only had like.
But he was a mega star for his time, bro.
Yeah, we got that's facts. I can't argue that.
All right, so
I'm talking about in modern time.
Yeah,
Canelo's not a mega star.
It's not a mega star. It's only superstar and a star. And it's only one superstar. It's Canelo. It's no mega stars in boxing as of right now.
Yeah, that's facts. As
of right now, who is selling? Who I consider mega stars is them dudes that selling $1 million constantly. Is Canelo doing that by himself? Like Floyd and Pacquiao did.
You gotta look at the times too.
Nobody is.
Nobody.
But they offered Canelo a 3-fight, $100+ million deal, bro. That's a mega star, bro.
But Damone, let's be clear, y'all.
That's a mega star. But didn't they take most of that money back? You talk about the zone, right?
He didn't take the deal. That's why he didn't take the deal, bro.
He did take the deal. They went to arbitration.
I'm talking about PBC.
He didn't get that money.
Fight Mel, Spence, and I think it was Taylor Plant, a 3-fight deal. He didn't take the deal, bro.
No, they talk about the original DAZN deal.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when he got like the 13 fights, $300 million deal with. He never signed.
Right, but he made better out of getting out of that deal because he got offered a 3-fight, $100+ million deal. So he made more getting out of the deal. The deal was an impairment.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing that.
An impediment, should I say? No.
But Damone, here's the thing, Damone.
One of the things I'm leaving out about the whole star thing, or megastar, superstar, and all of that, is that
But that's what I said. Canelo is a superstar. He's not a megastar. See, Floyd was getting 100 million a fight. Pacquiao was getting like 50, 60 million a fight. Has Canelo touched that? Much as he got was 40, and that's for the plant fight.
No, he got more than that to fight Floyd, bro. We're not
Listen, what I was saying.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Hell no. He didn't get more than that when he fought Floyd.
Back in money. You got to think about the
bro.
back
He
end,
got
bro.
more than $50 million
He
when he
didn't get
fought
more
Floyd.
than that. Oh, no, he didn't.
One mic.
No,
One
he
mic.
didn't. No, he didn't.
Wow.
Floyd, Canelo probably ain't seen no more than 25 mil.
Bro, he got 40 million to fight Caleb Plant. That's a
I'm
fact.
talking about when he fought Floyd.
I'm not. Okay, I'll give you that. But he got 40 million guaranteed without
Right, that's
pay-per-view to
what I
fight
said. I
Caleb
agree.
Plant.
I agree. That's what I did not
That's
say
a
that before I blow up.
star.
Damone did not say that before I brought up the Caleb Point. I said
Anthony
he
Joshua
much as
is a
he
mega
got.
star, bro.
But here's the thing, Damone. We're bringing up all these different stars. The point of at hand is Terence Crawford and Spence. So you can say that Spence is not a star and all this, and that's
No,
fine.
he is a
But
star.
okay, he
He's
is
a
a star.
star.
But here's the thing, Damone. But he sells more tickets live
I
day, and
agree.
hold on, listen, and he sells more pay-per-view than Bud. So
I
if Bud
agree.
only so if Bud can make only 6 million, his highest paid guarantee, you can't walk up to somebody in a negotiation who's been doing this for years and ask them for 15 to 20 million when
So
your
now
numbers
it's
is
10
low,
million
bro.
guaranteed for what we know. It's 10
No,
million
listen,
what is out there. When you're
listen.
gonna disagree, it's 10 million
Hey,
guaranteed he got with
No,
BOK
no, no, no,
Prime.
no, no, no. Stop. Hold on.
Hey,
Stop
can I
it,
say something
bro.
real fast? Can I say something real fast?
Go
They
ahead.
might say, "Oh, ain't the right time," or this and that. I don't care about the money. I don't care about this. The money gonna be there. Just go give me that fight.
No,
Why?
but
Why?
you're speaking from a
I'm
fan,
gonna tell
bro.
y'all.
You're
You
speaking from
speaking
a
from
fan.
I'm looking at it like this. I think it's more. I think the fighters want to fight. It's the higher ups,
I
man.
said that.
They
It's Al
want.
Heyman
They
that makes
want to make.
It's Terence
They
Crawford,
want to
bro.
make the most money that they can.
Listen, bro.
But
Hey,
Crawford,
you want?
hold on.
Hey,
Can I
hey,
speak?
bro.
Can I
I can
speak?
approve.
Can I speak?
Listen,
Can
hold
I
on,
speak?
hold on.
Can I
Can I?
speak?
Can I say something to him real fast? Can I say something to him real
Go ahead.
fast?
Go ahead,
Bro,
man.
it's definitely Terence Crawford, bro.
That fight is history for me. You know, I'm not thinking or worried about Errol Spence anymore. You know, that fight is behind me.
Bro, that
What
nigga
Man,
said he
year?
don't want to fight, bro.
What year was that? What year was that?
Nigga, last year.
Thank
that
you.
was last year. I remember
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. That
But
was
Bud,
last
man,
year.
it seemed like to me, yeah, I see what you're going because every time it looked like you think this fight about to happen, and then Bud always be the one to bitch up.
And then listen, bro, I got more videos just in case if y'all niggas want to smoke.
What up,
Been done
JP?
well.
What's good?
Hey, YSM.
Yo,
It's been a minute.
I don't want to.
Hey,
what's
why?
good, Jay?
Listen, that
Yo.
nigga Wyatt, that nigga Wyatt himself supports me to be doing the thing, man. I appreciate all the content, man. I watch, subscribe, I like all your shit. I don't never comment, but I always like the shit though.
You got to
You feel
comment,
me?
baby, but I appreciate you anyway. Yo,
Listen,
I don't want to turn this into a Terence Crawford hate fest because what I like to do is I like to look at everybody's. I like to look at the whole landscape and look at it from everybody's point of view, right? So I see what Bud is trying to do, even though his fans they don't see they want to make it out to be
explain
something
it to me.
that it's not. Essentially, what Bud is trying to do, Bud knows the fighters that can beat him. Every fighter knows guys that will potentially give him problems. So he's going to try to scoop as many nice paydays for the least amount of risk as possible before taking that fight.
Right.
Path of least resistance, huh?
Yeah. I do believe he's going to fight Errol Spence.
The easy route.
I do think it's going to happen, but I think that at 34, 35 years old, now he's thinking about his mortality. And he's looking at it like, okay, they offer me $3 million, $4 million to fight this guy. Spence is going to be a big bag, but he's probably looking at it like the fight with Spence will always be there, even though you never know what's gonna happen in the boxing ring. One of these young dudes may end up clipping you. But that's how I feel like he's looking at it. I don't think he's scared. I just think that he knows that if he loses to Errol Spence, then maybe he's not getting the same amount of money for his David Abyssinians.
I disagree.
Allegedly,
I
$10
disagree.
million.
Hey, go ahead, Marty.
JP.
Marty, go ahead.
I disagree with you, Jamil.
Go
And
ahead.
remember, this manager Marty for everybody that I don't have my face on here. But the thing is, Jamil, I predicted all of this on your channel when you blew
You did?
me up. On your channel when you interviewed me over the summer in July and August. I predicted this would happen and it happened. The thing about it is the reason why I say I disagree is because I can pull up clips from 2019, 2020, 2021, and 22. And this is 3 or 4 different years where Bud Crawford was playing back and forth. All right, I want Spence. Okay, I don't even want to fight him. When is the fight going to happen? Never. All right, yeah, I'll fight him. Then he goes on Twitter. He's doing this back and forth because he knows one thing, that the more the fans want to see him fight Spence, he can use it as leverage and promotion to fight a lesser opposition. His whole career was based on fighting less opposition with less risk and more reward. That has been his resume. You can go on BoxRec and everybody can see it. And on top of that, he don't make money or a lot of money. The only person he made a lot of money with that was African American was Sean Porter. So my point in saying that is he knows that he got that one belt that Spence has. When he had the opportunity, listen, he had the opportunity in May of 2022, when the term sheet was presented to him, he had the opportunity again to sign the contract on August I think they said the 15th, when the contract was offered to him again. And then on October the 6th, the revised version of everything he asked for was, including transparency, was on the final revised contract on October 6th. He did not sign it 3 different times in the same year. When he was in Nebraska, and they asked the man, is Spence going to be next? The man never gave a definitive answer when everybody else in the business will go in their hometown and they're going to tell you who they want next and the fight happens next. So I don't think that he's going to fight Spence. He don't want the work because he believes in his heart. Not that he's scared, but he believes that he is not as confident of beating the guy.
Hey,
It's just very simple.
Marty, real fast. I want to piggyback. I just want to show something real fast. So this is when you fans get over emotional about a boxing fight. I better never see you in NYC. I'm in NYC all the time. You get your fucking ass beat. Stop being emotional over another man's business. We talking boxing.
Damn. Where?
Yo, but this is the type of shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these fans? We talking boxing.
I don't know why people take it so serious.
Like you that worried about another man, bro? You that worried about another man that you would have threatened me?
Hello,
I'm tickled, yo.
Why, Sam? You said somebody had threatened you?
Yeah, no, the boy right here. He tried to. He said he better not see me in NYC. Then what you gonna do? I'm in NYC all the time. What you gonna do?
That right. He just said that right now.
Yeah, it's right here. What you gonna do?
Oh,
it's in the chat.
Like,
yeah,
yo, dude, y'all be taking it. Y'all be taking this internet shit serious. I'm a whole nigga, a whole one. You take this. You walk up on me if you want. You gonna get exactly what you asking for.
God damn. I better not see you.
Hey, YC. Are you going to that fight in San Antonio?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking. I got my little press pass to go. So I'll just check.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Hey, Mill.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I hope this brother know that YSM ain't by himself.
I ain't never by myself.
That's what I'm.
I appreciate that.
Listen, you sound like what's that dude off ESPN? What's that black dude with the big hairline?
Oh, Stephen A.
Damn. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. He said,
Oh,
I ain't
damn.
never by myself. Yeah, no, listen. Stephen A. Smith said, I ain't never by myself. Even when it looked like I'm by myself, I ain't never by myself. it was just funny the way, like the way he said it.
I don't need
online.
multiple people for dude. If he froggy, tell him to jump. He getting his emotions. We ain't even disrespecting that man. We analyzing the situation.
It don't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a little dumb shit like that. That blows me. You know what I mean?
But listen,
I'm talking about my man Big Dose, man.
So
you know what's like you know what you know what's crazy to me? Like back in the day, Terence Crawford said it ain't about the money, but then when he agreed to all the terms in the contract, he took a fight with Evanesian, and then he said this.
They might say, "Oh, well, it ain't the right time," or this and that. I don't care about the money. I don't care about this. The money gonna be there. Just go give me that fight.
He said all that just for him to not sign a contract with Errol Spence.
Making some strong points.
His handshakes ain't matching his smiles.
No, it ain't.
Hey, fella, and this is a question for Marty. I want to segue into something else. As far as the whole division, how do you see it shaking out? Like after Errol Spence vacates his belts, because Marty, you feel like the Crawford fight isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
And Errol Spence is having trouble making 147. Who do you feel like is going to get what belt?
I believe that since we already know at this point that my man from Philly, my guy, Boots Ennis, he's already the IBF champion. You might as well say it's a prerequisite anyway. So he is the IBF champion right now. They're gonna let Stenonius and what's this kid named Virgil? They're gonna let them try to get it on for the WBA. Bottom line is, Boots going he coming up, and eventually he gonna have all them belts. Boots is the man at 147 because I don't think Crawford will fight him either. So you don't want no smoke with Boots, and I think once they vacate it, it's gonna be an open lane for Jaron Boots Ennis to go ahead and snatch all them belts up and just wreck the whole division. That's just what I think.
Jay, who do you see? A Christian. I explained that earlier, bro. I'll do it one last time, but I'll let all of them speak. Hey, Jay, who do you think is going to end up with what belt?
What are we talking about? What belt? What division?
If Earl moves up to 154, which fighter do you think is going to get which belt?
I think that Boots get the IBF. I think Virgil probably get that WBO. Spence, if Thurman stays, he'll get the WBC. I think that's pretty much how it's going to be leveled out because they're going to need one top guy that has a name that's going to for other people to shoot for. And if Thurman stays at 147, he'll be that name because you always got to have a name for somebody you shoot for. But it all says and done, I think Boots ends up with it all. But it takes a while to gather all them belts together, though.
T, who you think? Who you think ends up with which belt?
Man, I think Boots end up with the IBF. Who's in contention for the WBC?
That's a good question. You got
Thurman's the mandatory.
That'd be Virgil.
Thurman is the mandatory. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Hey, but when Mauricio Suleiman came on the Boxing Voice, which made no sense after you watch it, and they asked him,
none.
Yo, I was more dumb after listening to that interview than I was when I started it. You know what I'm saying? And they asked him, well, if Spence wins or whatever, what happens to the 147 belt? This dude said, well, we're going to have to watch the fight and see. I'm like, what the hell does watching the fight makes a decision on what happens to the 147? Division wins. This fight is at 54. So he made no goddamn sense whatsoever. But yet we accepted that. You know what I mean? Even Ness didn't even come back at him on that. Like, what credence does that make? I mean, if let's say that let's say that Thurman beats Spence. Spence still the 47 champion with 3 belts. You know, he still has the WBC. So what? Thurman got to fight Spence again to get the belt? It makes no sense whatsoever. So, I mean, at this point, man, I think the WBC is just on some bull, man.
Yeah.
Ring. Who do you think ends up with the belts?
To be honest with you, I just know if Errol Spence drop, I know Jaron Ennis is gonna get elevated to the super champion. And I really don't know how the rest of the belts gonna go, to be honest with you. But I think Virgil might get the W.
And I say how they think when it's all gonna end up. Let me I never got this up. Who's all gonna end up having all the straps is Boots. Boots is a fucking walking nightmare.
I'm not gonna say that. I wouldn't say that.
He's a walking nightmare. This ain't Broner. This ain't him. Remember the hype behind Broner when he first came out?
You gotta make cross promotion fights. And Virgil Ortiz said he already need 48 months to fight the man. So how easy do you think it is going to be make a Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight?
Put it like this: we got
Oscar talking like he want to make fights. It depends on what Oscar talking about.
If we want that
Virgil
fight,
Ortiz said he needs 48
black
months.
folks got to get behind Boots like they're getting behind Tank in order for Boots to be able to get the big fights, because he already brings that much danger. He brings as much danger as Gervonta Davis brings, but Gervonta, he brings a big payday.
Right, and that's the difference.
So what
right
that payday?
That's
Jaron just need the name. He just need one name.
Jaron Ennis
he just need a name.
He's a high risk, low reward fighter.
Yeah,
and he's never gonna get that opportunity. You know, Errol Spence is not gonna fight him.
Don't say never. He's gonna get a name, dog. That's all he need. All he needs is
but he's gonna get a low hanging fruit name. He's not gonna get a big. He might even get Ugas next.
I'm just saying, if he fight Errol Spence, it's gonna be a 54. It's not gonna be a 47. If you fight Terence Crawford,
I'm not even thinking about 154 right now for Boots, because I think he's gonna stay at 147 till he get all the straps.
If Terence Crawford don't sign that contract 60 days after that Keith Thurman fight, then Errol Spence is just gonna move up to 54. He's not gonna just keep waiting on this nigga to fucking sign a contract. Because if he do, he gonna be at 47 and into fucking Terence Crawford retire. So he just gonna move up.
He can't keep staying at 47. He already said the weight killing him.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He being first off, he fought 2 in the Emmys, right?
Yo, even Kenny Porter said it. He said, man, on fight night, Earl's a big guy. He said he's a big guy at fight night, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, after a while, he's been in the division for 10 years, man. That takes a toll, man. Going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So, I mean, him fighting at 154 is going to be a refreshment for him against Keith, man. I think he stops Keith on this fight.
Yeah, well, he coming at 165.
What y'all gotta acknowledge is the fact that Keith has trouble making.
That's true.
147.
That's true.
So basically, essentially, y'all, we are going to get the best version of Keith Thurman.
Right.
It'd be nice to see at this age.
I like to see one-time fight man down. If we can get one time against man down, we might got a good fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a good fight. This actually a fight I've been wanting to see.
And we ain't say one time in a minute.
I need prime. Don't duck me, son. Thurman. I need that Thurman to show up, man.
Yep.
Prime list Thurman.
That's one time. That's one time.
Yeah, give me don't duck me, son. Don't duck me.
That's the one I want to see.
Keith Thurman is better than everybody on Terence Crawford's resume.
He's better than everybody on Errol Spence's resume too.
I can't argue.
Hey,
real fast.
And he's an intelligent boxer.
Christian, I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna give you the full analytical Joan that I did last time. I'm gonna give it to you quick. Terence Crawford announces he's fighting David Avanesian. Jaron Ennis petitions the IBF to face Errol Spence. The IBF in returns responds and has him fight or orders him to fight an eliminator against Kareem Chikazin for January 7th for the interim and to be Errol Spence's mandatory. So That's what happened. Like he had it. He went the guaranteed route as opposed to petitioning to the WBO for a mandatory that's due in May. Now, mind you, this is all before Errol Spence got into a car accident, so he was slated to return January, February. So it was going to be 120 days from that date that he would be ordered to fight Jaron Ennis or vacate. He has to fight Boots within the 120 days. So basically, Boots went for what was available right then and there. So that's the short version. So when dudes is talking about, oh, he was scared of Crawford, nah, he went that route because Crawford had chosen to fight David Avanesian. He waited to see what was going on with Spence versus Crawford. He pulled out in the Crawford pulled out in negotiations. Boots went right at Spence. The IBF orders it. So he went through it. All right. Y'all get back to it. I wanted to answer my man Christian's question.
Well, I think I agree with you, Mill, that we will see the best version of both fighters, Thurman and Spence. And also, I just want to point this out. I haven't heard too many people or nobody probably point this out on YouTube that Spence is not drinking liquor anymore. So he has been sober as a button. And if you see how he has come back from the accidents and then, him drinking and all the other issues, the torn retina, Spence looks phenomenal. He is back. He's back in good shape, man. And it has been easier for him to drop the weight because he's not drinking excessively as he used to. But at the same time, that, like my man up the top said up there, he said he has a hard time making that weight. 10 years is a long time to put your body through something like that, man. Especially when that's not even your natural weight. This guy's got to drop 30 pounds and more just to even make the weight. You understand?
Sometimes 40, yeah.
So that's a lot. So for him to go up to 54, he'd be a little bit more comfortable in his weight. And he's still going to come in big. Don't get it twisted. He's still going to come in a little heavy,
on Ron OG.
To rehydrate. But that's going to be a good fight, though. I mean, I know Thurman had the little layoff, but I think they're going to bang that thing out. I think they're going to
get knocked out. You talking about two dudes that probably don't get a chance to eat like they want to eat during camp? Well, they're going to be eating. Yeah. 7 pounds?
Yeah, they're going to bang it out. I don't think it's going to be no, you know how Thurman used to be where he hit you 1, 2, 3, pop, 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 pop. He go on a pivot, then he starts sliding back. I don't think it's going to be that. I think they're going to go bang for bang. And then, Thurman body going to get touched a little bit, and then we'll see how he responds to those body punches. But they're going to bang that out. I think they're going to bang that joint out.
Did you see how that dude struggled with Mario Barrios after Tank knocked his ass out?
Yeah, he definitely struggled. His body
he beat the shit out of Barrios.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He looking like the elephant man.
No, he didn't. He
got one shot. Don't do that, y'all.
He did not look good. He won the fight, but he did get touched up.
Listen, you have to go back and watch that.
One shot. He won like every round.
Bro, he did not look good to me in that fight.
Oh my, y'all, nah, man, y'all, oh man, come on, y'all.
Thurman was rusty in that fight. That's all that was.
Listen, just like Errol Spence said, every time it's time to fight, that nigga injured. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I can say the same for Errol Spence now.
Yeah.
Nah, but listen, but you know for a fact Errol Spence is injured.
I know for a fact Keith was injured. I saw his elbow. His elbow was fucked up.
I'm just saying, you seen Errol flip a car over. You seen that motherfucker in the air. Like you seen dust and shit come.
But he got in 2 other accidents. He got 2 other situations after that.
Yeah, one other situation after that. What was the other one? What was the other one? Yeah, there was one other one.
That was his sparring. The one that is sparring when he got his eye doing the patchy.
Bro, he got the 2 car crashes in his eye.
Oh, you talking about the little car wreck?
Yeah, but it kept him out the ring. He hurt his leg.
I don't know.
Man, I want to see that fight. This is like I need to see the fights. I'm tired of judging fights on paper, man. Because it's been plenty of times where we thought somebody was going to do something. Like I wrote Liam Smith off. He straight sent Eubanks to hell. Hold this.
I didn't. I didn't write him off at all because Chris Eubanks, he played too much. It seemed like he never take anything serious. You know, if you just
Dude
see
think
him at a
it's not trying to be
steakhouse, he
Earl.
let.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just
Will.
saying that dude. I'm saying that dude letting Salt Bay put steak in his mouth and shit. I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, you wilding right now.
Yeah, you're not supposed to let another man put steak in your mouth. I'm sorry.
Look,
Yeah, I don't know what that shit about.
You ain't supposed to let. You ain't supposed to let.
Listen, listen, I was gonna say meat, but I know that shit wasn't gonna sound right. So that's why I just said steak.
No matter what way you look at it,
Ain't
ain't
no
right.
man supposed to be feeding no other man shit.
Nothing. And
For
no.
real. Hey,
Listen,
I got a question to ask the panel.
Good.
What y'all think about Fulton and Inoue?
I like that.
I think
That's a good fight.
listen.
Good fight.
I'm praying that Stephen Fulton win, but he ain't got enough power for me to think he's gonna keep Inoue off his ass. But I'm hoping Stephen Fulton win. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that he win.
He punch harder than what you think.
But I'm just saying he only got like 8 knockouts and like 20
Yeah,
fights.
But, knockout. All right. So first off, if you look at the caliber of fighter he's fighting dudes like Josh Greer in his first 5 fights. He had a tough go of it. So he was fighting. He didn't get the assortment of turkeys that dudes got in the beginning of their career to beef up their knockouts. He had to actually go out and fight a bunch of 50-50 fights, or that was supposed to be 50-50 fights against quality opposition. So you don't really knock those dudes out. But I'm telling you, he punched harder than what you think. Like Inoue, I got Cool Boy beating Inoue, but this is going to be a tough fight for both guys.
Like how? Because I know you in Philly. So how do you
split decision?
Hold on. YSM.
Like you said, how does he do it technically?
Yeah, like decision or knockout, like
split decision.
Honestly,
I think Cool Boy smokes him. B. I think Cool Boy puts him in the oven.
I think he stops.
How long messing YSM?
I think he stops Inoue Lee.
I think he stops in Japan
in a very, very competitive fight. Yeah.
Like what round?
I think the size is going to give Inoue problems towards the end of the fight.
You mean like 10 and 12, 11 to 12?
Like 11, like 10, 11.
10, 11 to 12. I don't know. I just can't see it. I watched his last fight. I was just like, damn, this dude ain't got no punching power like that.
Well,
don't matter. Don't matter if he's defensively responsible. And we gotta land those shots, and he gotta land good. And guess what I've been seeing when Inoue in his last 3 fights? Boy be getting touched. Boy getting touched. He's not as defensively responsible as he used to be.
I'm just saying, but
and he's going up against a whole different.
Cool Boy so different than Inoue is coming up in weight, man. I mean,
I'm just saying. Listen. But my thing is, if you go to Japan and you fight a man in his own country, and if you don't literally just outclass a man in round by round, they going like them close rounds. They going to a new way, and it's not going to go to Stephen Fulton. So if he let this fight go to the decision and he's not clearly, I'm talking about clearly beating his ass, then I don't see how he's going to win in Japan.
But I don't think Inoue has ever seen anything that he's going to see against Cool Boy Steph, to be truthfully honest. He's never fought against a slick fighter before, for one.
Jay,
he's never been against a black fighter before.
You hear me?
Go ahead.
As you saying that, look at the comment. Somebody like, yes, that's a very relevant point.
Yeah.
Dudes want to say that, oh, you talking about race? Nah.
This is
a conversation
real.
This is a conversation about style. The black style. If you've never,
that's why Canelo don't want to fight none of us.
If you've never gone up against the Mexican style, you don't want to watch. You don't want to face an elite Mexican fighter first, and moving up in weight. If you've never won against the Cuban style, you don't want the first time you see the Cuban style to be against an elite Cuban and you're moving up in weight. black style as well. Those are probably the 3 most difficult styles to go up against.
Facts.
Because it's hard to duplicate them. You like,
and it's only like 3 pounds though, right? I think it's like 118 to 122.
126. That's gonna be at 126, ain't it?
What's the weight? What's the weight again?
118. Inoue fights at 118 to 122. Now, the one good thing that Inoue got going for him is it's easier to find a guy that fights sparring partners to fight like Cool Boy that would be willing.
So he just a cheeseburger away.
Inoue,
so he just
because I can't really say there's a bunch of Japanese fighters or Asian fighters that fight to the level of Inoue. When you can find a guy that may not be on Cool Boy's level, but might be around there.
Yeah, man, I think Cool Boy, I think he's one of the very elite boxers in the game, but he's just so fucking overlooked. You know, that's how I look at his. The dude can box his ass off. I think he gonna pull it out.
Hey, Bill,
who do you bring in the kit?
Right. Hey, Mill, has Cool Boy been in with Boots?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
If you Inoue, who do you bring in the camp to prepare for Fulton? Marty, who would you bring in?
Say that one more time.
I said, if you're Inoue, who do you bring in the camp to prepare for Fulton?
You better bring in every Philly. You better bring in every Philly black fighter you can, including Hank Lundy. You better bring all the black guys. Tevin Former, Hank Lundy. I know. Well, Tevin has a fight coming up.
Yeah, but Tevin will be the best person for him to bring in.
But
Tevin's a southpaw, though.
Yeah, he's a southpaw, but somebody like a Hank Lundy
got a fight coming up himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got a fight coming up, but somebody that has that same style. Because the thing about it is that Cool Boy, and I know a lot of people may not give him credit for this, he can fight on the inside extremely well. And it ain't like he don't have a chin either now. No disrespect to the power of Inoue, but Cool Boy can take a punch and he can fight on the inside, but he got that Philly style. So you got to bring in black fighters from Philadelphia that got that Philly style. You know what I mean? That's what you got to pay him too. Fly him out there, you got to pay him. So it's going to be a good fight.
You know who's the first guy that I would bring in
going to turn it back on him
to get used to the speed?
I'm sorry, it was 2 questions coming. I'll say that.
Would you say, Ring?
I was just saying, do you think the Philly fighter is going to go against another Philly fighter? And
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah,
fighter.
Yes,
of course. Of course, absolutely.
That bag got to be right. Then.
I mean, at the end of the day, you first off, you're going in to spar one of the best fighters in the world, so you're gonna test your mettle. But and then it might not be a bad idea to have a Philly guy in camp. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the vibe.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay. I get it. Go run the tail end, huh?
Yeah, yes, I would bring in one of the guys that I would bring in Gary.
Yeah, I need a spook behind the door.
Oh, that'll be a good one. That's a good spot. Actually, that's probably the best one.
Gary Russell.
Yeah.
Gary Russell, he's from Baltimore.
No, I know, but
he's from DC.
I would bring in Gary to get used to that speed. First off, Gary fights at he's gonna be fighting at 130, so I'm never gonna Inoue and Gary are never gonna fight.
Yeah, but Gary's not gonna come in as a sparring partner.
If the bag right, he will.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
He ain't got nothing else going on right now. If that bag right.
Right, yeah.
Listen,
I can understand
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I just know how Gary is. Gary ain't coming in as a sparring partner.
But hey, Jay, at the same time, don't A-level guys spar A-level guys all the time?
When they cool.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I've seen Canelo spar Triple G, even though they were younger.
They were young guys.
I've seen Boots versus Shakur spar, even though they cool. What I'm saying is, sometimes guys like top level guys can't get top level work. So when a guy like Inoue wants to spar with you, and you've been sparring, no disrespect, whatever young DC's fighter out there, you won't, let me get some of this, even if it's for a week.
I just know the type of character Gary Russell is, and I just don't see him doing it. His ego is huge, bruh.
But if you think about it, in the history of the sport, this is not that's what they do. Now you might not see them being recorded. These A-level fighters, they do spar. That's what I'm saying. They do. Look, it's no different than Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was sparring Sugar Ray Leonard.
And Ray ain't want no parts of them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying these guys be sparring each other. You just don't see no footage on them. But these A-level, they spar each other, bro. The bag be right. They get in, the bag is right. But I looked at like Inoue, right? You comparing him to, like, let's say Cool Boy. Now the thing about it is Inoue only went 12 rounds, 2 fights out of his whole career. And the last time he did that was with an older version of a Nonito Donaire, a Hall of Famer. So you gotta walk him slowly and then take him to deep waters, break that body down the inside. And hell, we don't know if he can take a punch or not. Because he's going there just clearing guys out. And we've seen stranger things happen in Japan, like when Buster Douglas knocked out Tyson. So things have happened in Japan. You know what I mean? I got my money on Cool Boy. I got my
money on Cool Boy too.
I think he can beat the bull straight up.
Yeah. Listen, my heart is with
I'm not
sold
on Inoue yet.
With a new way.
I'm not sold yet.
Who would you bring in if you're Cool Boy though to duplicate that Asian style?
You would bring in the Filipino Flash. You'll call Nonito. Come on, you already fought him twice. Come on and give me that work. I'm gonna pay you. Your wife, cool peoples. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna look. They coming to Philly February 18th anyway.
Yes, they are.
So I'm gonna be at that fight. So come on and bring them. Get Nonito up in there. You know what I mean?
And he already said he would do it.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
Listen. The Price brothers is already in Vegas sparring with them. You know my man Dave Price and them guys.
Yeah.
So when he get here, pull him in that ring. I need all the experience that you got. You've been in the ring twice with this young boy, and you done took his power. Duplicate his style. I'm gonna pay you. You and your wife, we're gonna set y'all up in the county. We ain't gonna let y'all stay in Philly now. The drama, the gunplay is crazy. We gonna put y'all up somewhere nice, and then y'all gonna come on and give me that work. I would say the Filipino Flash would be the best person for Cool Boy.
That sounds good.
I dig it.
Filipino
What
Flash.
about Manny? What about Manny Pacquiao's son?
Nah, I ain't sure Pacquiao's son. He kind of Pacquiao's son a little green.
Them sons never pan out, bro.
Yeah, he too green.
Them sons never pan out.
I rather go with Nonito. I'm with everybody. Give me the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, get Nonito, man. He's still got it in him.
And Nonito probably have a chip on his shoulder since he done got knocked out by him. You know what I'm saying? So
what's the Gary Russell Jr. little brother name?
Which one?
Yeah. The one who just got beat.
That's Antoine. Gary Antoine Russell.
Antoine's still undefeated.
No, Antoine's undefeated. It wasn't Antoine.
It was Antonio.
It was the smaller one.
I'm talking about the one. I was talking about the one that always be fighting in the Jordans and shit. That nigga.
Hey, Bobo. He doesn't have to be Asian, but honestly, nobody on earth fights like Asians. Like they have a very distinct style. So you kind of want them to be Asian because they got that. It's like a hot. They got like a hot rhythm. You know what I'm talking about? Ha! Like nobody else fights that way.
It's kind of like the Manny Pacquiao style, though.
Yeah.
Shit. I would say Kazuta or Ayoka, somebody like that. Shit, I don't know.
Isn't Ayoka about to fight Shakur?
I haven't heard nothing about that.
I thought they talking about that. I thought they said that's going to be in Brick City.
Yeah. So honestly, that would be a good idea. I never seen dude fight, but he's from that country. Well, Yeah, I would just bring him in to
I done see Kazuto fight a couple times. He did a couple years ago before HBO went under. He did like 1 or 2 fights on that network. This was like some years ago.
No, Windy City, Brandon Lee too big. He a big fucking kid, bro.
Ain't Brandon Lee like 140 though, ain't he?
Yeah, Brandon Lee is a big fucking kid, bro.
Yeah, Brandon Lee been
Ain't that motherfucker like a middleweight or some shit?
No,
I think he's like a middleweight.
No, Brandon Lee like 140.
Yeah, he fights in between 40 and 47.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember he was with the shits when David Benavidez had pressed the Charlo brothers. He was with the shits that day. Y'all remember that shit at the Errol Spence and Ugas fight?
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
was
everybody
you there,
about
YSM?
Who's that?
Was you at the Ugas and Errol fight?
No. I know what you're talking about, though. I seen the video.
Yeah, they showed it during the fight altercation in the crowd. It's always some shit going down at the PBC pay-per-views.
Yeah, I was there at the fight, and I was like, what the fuck going on over there? Me and my partner were like, we couldn't see because we was on the other side. We were like, what the fuck going on? But yeah, I was there. I'm from Dallas, so like if y'all ain't know, I'm from Dallas.
Yeah. Yo, hit that like button, yo. Hit the like button, fellas.
Man, listen, I hit the like button on all your videos. Like I say, I watch your videos. I like them. I might not comment, but I'm always there watching and liking. You know what I'm saying? I don't really comment too much because I mostly watch YouTube on my TV, so I don't really be just be able to comment like that.
Oh man, yo, if you've ever watched 1 minute of one video, 1 second of one video, I appreciate it, yo.
Bro, I don't watch 1,000 of your videos. I watch all your Bozy videos, bro. You know what I'm
saying? Man, Jay sent a super chats from the panel. Appreciate you, bro.
My favorite song.
We gotta support. We gotta support, man.
Yeah.
Hey, YSN, I'm finna send you another super chat.
My man.
Right.
Nice. Hey,
yo,
man.
Okay. So
we be doing all that gas and hitting all these gyms and all that stuff adds up, man. People don't understand what we do to go out and get this content, man. We hitting tolls, man. We paying gas. It takes a lot to put together this content, man. So
as a matter of fact,
I gotta drive 5.5 hours and 2 weeks to San Antonio because I got my press pass to the fight to the Ray Vargas and O'Shaquie Foster fight. I gotta drive 5.5 hours out there, bro.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So I mean, you need all the help you can get, bro.
Hey, real fast, my man Jay, he's going out. He's gonna be covering the Serrano Cruz, Alicia Bumgarner. I'm jealous, by the way, Jay.
That's my babe right there.
That's Alicia.
If she can top that ring walk from last week, boy, she got me, bro.
Yo,
from the last time anyway.
I just met her in person. She came to Philly. She with Marshall Kaufman and she just came to Philly. And Marshall gave me some passes to sit up front. You know what I mean? Inside.
Nice.
Let me tell you something. What y'all see on TV, she like that in person, bro. Listen, she nice. Yeah. She nice, bro. She nice.
Marty said that with emphasis too. Hey, Marty, this is going to be a question I'm going to direct to you, right? So my man said PBC will be on Paramount Plus in July, and my man Green said Paramount not keeping boxing. It doesn't do 10% of revenue. Hey, Green, first off, we don't know. It's viewership. They're keeping stuff that does 10% of Showtime's viewership, right? Paramount Plus, their goal is they want to create a giant streaming service, kind of how Disney has theirs. They're trying to compete with the Netflix, the Disney's. So they're gonna combine what Nickelodeon, BET, CBS Sports, and Paramount all into one streaming service. So we don't know if they're keeping Showtime or not, but logically it would make sense that they do, because I'm thinking that Showtime boxing does 10% of Showtime viewership. Marty, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can see Showtime boxing doing, a minimum of 10% of the viewership overall. I mean, listen, that's the only major platform where you can actually have live TV. Like if you look at ESPN, you can watch a live show from ESPN, and then you can still watch boxing if you order it through ESPN Plus. If you look at Showtime, you can still watch like Showtime, get the app, regular Showtime, and still have access to order the pay-per-view. Somewhere like a DAZN, you just got to order right then and there, and that's it. You're not getting anything else. You're not getting live TV. You're not getting all the other things that the app provide for you, except for just things from DAZN itself. So when you look at Showtime boxing, I know everybody want to lump Showtime into Paramount and be like, well, boxing is done for Showtime because Paramount is a parent company, and I want everybody to understand this too, that CBS owns Showtime. Let's make sure we keep that in perspective, because that's basically very important. So Paramount, all they're going to do is try to broaden their, audience, and basically give you an opportunity. When you buy into what they're selling, you're going to have the opportunity to do Showtime, the Showtime app, and everything else Showtime does. So it's good business, man. Boxing ain't going nowhere with Showtime. It's just good business.
Hey, Marty, if I had to guess, worst case scenario is that Showtime boxing will be absorbed by CBS Sports, and it will be under that. If you ever had Paramount Plus, you'll see that they have like certain sections. Like there's a CBS Sports section. I would imagine since CBS owns Showtime, it'll just be absorbed by them, and you can find it in the CBS Sports section of Paramount Plus.
Yeah, right. I agree with that. And if you go back and look at when Mayweather fought Pacquiao, he did most of his he did most of his interviews on CBS. When they had football games and all that, they had Mayweather doing interviews because they understood that CBS was going to allow Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao to have a broader audience for the casual fans.
But I'm not worried because certain people are signing deals with Showtime. Ain't nobody signing a deal if they're about to be out of business.
No, they're not signing a deal. They signing direct. Tank Davis, you got Boots Ennis. These guys are signing directly to the network. So you know the money's there. They got the product.
Yeah. So I think it's, well, as a matter of fact, all the CBS sports content, what is it? NFL. You can watch NFL games on Paramount, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, because it's NFL. Yep, they got a contract. NFL got a contract with NBC and CBS.
That makes sense.
And Fox.
Damn, and Fox. Let me not forget Fox and Fox.
Hey, I'm trying to send you a super chat, but it won't go through.
Where'd you send it from?
I'm on my laptop on y'all.
I never did it on the laptop.
I'm on my phone trying to send it right now. It ain't going through though.
You probably got to refresh the chat.
Yeah.
It's definitely refreshed. I refreshed the bitch like 3 times.
Oh shit! If you can't, don't even sweat it.
Send a cash app. He still get it. It's cheaper that way because I think YouTube take 50% of the money when we send a cash app.
Well, it take 45.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, YouTube.
Hey, listen, man. I'm still trying to get monetized. I need about 15,000 hours of watch time, and I'm good.
1,500.
Yo,
yeah, 1,500.
I need y'all to subscribe to my man Kareem's Boxing News. Show him some love. Right, he been on the chat for like an hour, so show him some love. Check out the content that he's got, man. Right, we support each other.
And I need some subscribers. I'm almost there.
Yes, my man Hardcore Boxing News.
I got my views.
Boxing News needs 283.
I need 260 now.
He needs 260 more subscribers. Subscribe to my man, Manager Marty. Probably, Marty is boxing news right now, yo.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get him.
Yo,
you know, it's crazy. I got like 600 subscribers in like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, ain't that crazy? That's nice, man.
But it's like ain't nobody watching my shit.
Hey, no matter how you get it, who cares? As long as you get it. Like I was at 300 last week. And I'm at 741 this week. And I know one video I did with Bozy really pushed me up like crazy. Yeah. But no matter how you get it, man, as long as you get it. Now I got my views. My views just came shit. I'm gonna be truthfully honest. In the beginning of this month, I was at 67 subscribers. I'm at 741 now, and I got all my views. I did all that in 28 days.
Your ass booming.
In 28 days, man.
Yo.
So you got so like, bro, so if you need some subscribers, you start posting shorts. Like them shorts be going up, bro.
Yeah, but my man just told me that I need to be careful about them shorts because they'll mess up your viewership.
Hell no, boy. You want to see? You want to see? Oh, you want to see my shorts?
Correct.
What's up?
Shorts changes the algorithm, right? The problem with shorts sometimes is that the people that watch shorts only watch shorts. So if those people are watching like a lot of hip hop news, then the algorithm will change your viewership to hip hop news. So they'll start to send your videos out to people that only watch hip hop, only watch this, only watch that. You want to keep your core audience. If it's a boxing channel, don't deviate from boxing. I made some mistakes. Trust me, I've made some mistakes. And the only mistake I didn't make is trying to go head to head with Manager Marty. Because we see how that turns out, man.
Man, that ain't for everybody, man.
What you saying that ain't for everybody? The streets already know, yo.
Wait, who's that?
Who's that?
Y'all see that?
No, I can't really see
we can see it from here, yeah.
Bro, I posted a rolling video. That one got over 300,000 views. Over 6,000 likes, over 2,000 comments. I posted a Floyd Mayweather video, over 100,000 views. An Adrian Broner video, down to 40,000 views.
Great.
Jaron Ennis got 30,000 views.
Just be careful with that. Man. When you get monetized, just be careful with that.
Yeah.
Fact. I posted a Floyd Mayweather and Jamie Foxx. And you got to check your audience. What videos is my audience watch? The Floyd Mayweather joint did 1 million buys. It did 1 million views. And then all of a sudden, I look at the videos my audience is watching, or the channels my audience is on, and it's like Math Hoffa and fucking DJ Vlad. It's no longer Fight Hype and all these other channels. So that was a mistake that I made.
When I look at my channel, like all I see is Blue Blood, Champ Side, Money Brown, like people like that. Like that's good. That's my audience that be watching my channel.
Yeah, I'm just saying, be careful with the shorts. I ain't telling you not to post them. I'm saying be careful with
them. I just Manager Marty. I subscribed to Kareem Boxing News just now and Hardcore Boxing News. I saluted to y'all brothers.
That's Manager Marty on here right now.
See,
yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's
see.
Me.
Shit.
Exactly.
I ain't know that Manager Marty on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
let me show. But when I said you was the hottest dude on the streets,
yeah, this is me. I want to show my face because people be thinking I'm they don't be known as me, so that's me. I'll show my face real quick.
Yeah. I've been subscribed to your channel for like a long minute.
Appreciate it. The guy.
I'm subscribing to Manager Marty right now.
Appreciate it. The guy that's in the top left-hand corner, he's the one that put me on when, doing interviews with me over the summer. He's the one that started me thinking about my own channel. So all the credit and praise really go to Jamil, man. Shout out to him, man. He put me on.
Good.
Hey, I'll be watching. Hey, I'll be watching your videos. I ain't gonna say his name. You already know what you're talking about, but you be going hard on his ass. I be like, God
Hey man, I'm gonna keep a Kareem. Hey Kareem, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, Kareem. He started with me, bro. I ain't even know who he was. He just started going in on me on his lives, and people start sending me stuff like, "Damn, who is this boy?" I'm like, and at first I was like, "Let me leave him alone." He got 100. He got damn near 200,000 subscribers. I ain't going. But I said, "Hold on, that ain't even in my. That's not in my nature to back down." I said, "Well, I got to go in on him too. It don't matter how big the guy is. It is what it is, you know." So. Hopefully it's over, Kareem, because I'm really tired of it's starting to get like, I just wanted to be over. But like I told him on my live last Friday, man, you don't throw no more shots at me, I'm gonna leave you alone. But until then, I'm gonna keep spinning the block on you. And that's just how it's gonna be.
And
Straight up.
I hope it's over because I'm cool with both y'all, but I ain't even gonna lie, this shit was entertaining.
Hey,
no
matter what, it's good for business.
Was entertaining, though.
It's good for business.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I see a lot of people beefing with dude right now. And I was just like, man, I don't know what he was on one side, then he crossed the street to the other side. Then I just seen everybody just turn on him. Like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and you know what it is? I don't know his history with these guys. I don't know if they was already coming at him first, but just like AM Sports Media said, I had the loudest voice. So it seems like I went in there, kicked the door open a little bit, let him know I'm here, and then everybody was like, all right, well, manager Mark, well, we gonna push the whole door in. That's what it looked like to me, because I didn't know that he knew all these other guys. I just saw him coming at me, and I'm like, damn, why this bull coming at me? I'm a rookie on this joint. I got like 500 subscribers. I don't even
listen.
Like, damn, bro.
Listen, bro. Anybody with over 100,000 subscribers, they know everybody. Everybody know them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know everybody once you get 100,000.
Who got 100,000?
I want y'all to subscribe to my man, the Mike Check Boxing and Football Talk. If you're in the chat,
Mike Check. Okay.
Mike Check Boxing and Football Talk. Show my man some love. I knew a lot. The live was entertaining. I like the back and forth. I like the debate part of it.
Y'all had a debate.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to have a debate, but he didn't want to. He actually invited himself. He said, "Yo, when you go live, drop the link. I'm gonna come on your channel. I want to smoke." I'm like, "Damn, boy, talking crazy to me." I'm gonna drop the link on him. I dropped the link. We waited for 2.5 hours. He ain't come.
But y'all end up having a joint.
We had it wasn't really official, but I had him on somebody else. Everything Boxing had him on his joint. They was going at each other, and then he came at me on his joint. So I'm like, all right, well, now I got to get at him, man. And I had it on my live. So if you look at the last video I did last Friday, you'll hear all the content between me and him going back and forth, and it got wild a little bit.
I said, look what that BLK Prime money would do to you.
Yeah, but it was just crazy. I mean, but I'll tell you what though, like I told him, he kept complaining that I put his name in the title and his face on the thumbnail. Like I told him, bro, you put Mayweather name in the title, Tank Davis name in the title, but you spend 30 to 40 minutes talking about me in your live, bro. So I'm not gonna sneak this shit. I'm gonna put your name in the title, face in the thumbnail, and when they click it, they gonna hear me talking about you because you started this.
Who are you talking about right now?
I'm gonna let Kareem put his name out there. I ain't gonna give him no press right now.
Listen, bro. They ain't got nothing to do with me, bro.
I'll say his name.
What the hell y'all talking about? I'm just listening.
All right, I'll say his name.
Hold on. Kareem's Bikes News ain't got no smoke with no YouTubers at all.
No, I don't got no smoke. I'll say his name. Blue Blood Sports TV. I say.
Okay.
Yeah, he started all this stuff with me, man. I was just trying to end it, but and on top of that, let me say this too, because I think this is important as well. Before I ever said anything about the guy, I was actually getting advice from people that are close to the algorithm of YouTube, teaching me how to understand that when you do this, these are the consequences of Like if you say something about, if you try to defend your things, like other people gonna hate on you. They gonna get in your comment section and grind you up. So I had to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad and make a decision to say, well, look, it is what it is, and everything that was taught to me about how like YouTube worked, because I just started YouTube like two and a half months ago, so I'm still fairly new with how all of it worked, But you know, I'm still getting backlash from people in my listen. I did a video talking about like Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia recently, and somebody's talking about blue blood and grinding me up about it. I'm like, this video ain't even got nothing to do with that comment, bro. Like, but that's what's going on. Like, some people still. I got a guy. There's two guys right now. I'm not gonna give them no press. There's two guys that been making videos about me for the last 10 days about this whole thing about they actually throwing negative shots at me, want to debate me and stuff. And man, I didn't get on YouTube to debate. I'm a good debater, but I ain't get on YouTube for that, man. I'm just trying to educate the public because I'm really making transactions in this business as a boxing manager, as a USA boxing judge. I'm just bringing a different perspective on the business of boxing, and I'm really here. Like you got other guys that's on YouTube acting like they in behind the scenes and I be in the room with the lawyers and they really not. And that's probably why they feeling threatened by me, but I don't want no smoke with nobody, but I damn sure ain't gonna back down from none. I'm from Philly. Shout out to Jamil. You know how we do, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just how it is.
Hey, so was you like a judge for the amateurs or the pros?
I'm still a judge for the amateurs. Yep.
Oh, you still a judge for them?
I'm still a judge for the amateurs. And look, anybody can walk up on me on any show and I'll be in full uniform judging. But like I said before, we men. I can't let nobody walk up on me like they're gonna do something to me either.
Hey, you know my boy Alex Alex Holly?
Alex Holly. That name sounds very, very familiar. Alex Holly.
Yeah,
he box?
Yeah, he's like ranked #1 in Texas, I think, or something like that.
I'm sure I know him because I didn't do no judging in Texas, but I moved from Philly to Texas. So I know a lot of people in DFW. Yep.
I think he's going pro this year. He from Dallas. He be small with Errol Spence and shit. Like, dude, real cold.
Yeah, a lot of them. Listen, man, a lot of guys from
somebody
Texas,
somebody just dropped his Instagram in the comments. His name is Lex 100. But yeah,
Lex 100.
Dude.
I gotta look him up. And I just by the way, Jamil, the guy, I think the guy, I just subscribed to his channel too. You told me to subscribe. He was in the chat.
Mike Check.
Mike Check. I just subscribed to Mike Check too.
Yeah, I subscribe to him too.
Yeah,
he does boxing and football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just subscribe to him.
Yeah, well, I'll tell y'all guys what, man. I'm trending out of nowhere. I'm trending like crazy, man. I
mean, you said you started 2 months ago, and you got what, 3,500 subscribers now?
Yep.
That's what's up, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely, because I've been doing this shit about 4 months, and I got about 1,600. You know
yeah, that's good, man. Keep that content.
Nice. That's nice.
Yo, man, I was in Five Guys trying to pick up a burger, and the guy, he works behind the counter, and he was doing like boxing with his hands. And he was like, "Yo, you box?" And I was like, "Man, I'm gonna keep it 100." I was an amateur 20-some years ago. I ain't boxing in a while. He was like, "No, you got a YouTube channel." I'm like, I was just like, "Damn, like how they, you know what I'm saying?" That joint was crazy. I was like, "Yeah, I got a little YouTube channel." He was like, "Yeah, I'm subscribed, man. I like your content." And I was just in Five Guys, and I ain't trying to do it for fame, but it made me think like, damn, I gotta like think about, people might recognize me. You know what I mean?
But that's crazy though, because out of the for somebody out the blue like that to recognize you, you know what I'm saying? That's not easy, to be honest, man, because it ain't like you got a 100,000 subscribers or nothing like that. So
it's
one thing about boxing
too,
is small. Boxing community is small.
Hey y'all, I was so disappointed within myself about 3 weeks ago. Man, I was, I'm from Dallas, so I was at the Battle of the Bands and I ran into Derek James.
Oh,
right? Man, I chopped it up with Derek James for about 2 or 3 minutes. I didn't tell this dude I had no YouTube channel. I ain't tell this dude nothing about. We were just having like casual conversation. And then once I got home, I said, "You dumbass! You didn't ask the dude for no interview, no shout out on your page or nothing." I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, but you know what? The next time you see him, though, man, he probably gonna respect that. He be like, "Damn, man, he didn't say nothing the first time." But you know, that's pretty cool sometimes, man. I did an interview with him.
I read to Dave James a few times, bro. Like Dave James, he really be outside. Like,
you gotta get him on. Get him on.
Get him on.
All the events in Dallas and shit. Like Dave James, he be there. Like
battles
get him on, band, man. Like high school football games and shit like that. Like he really be outside.
Yeah, I did an interview.
He be at like the smaller fights and shit. Like, cause I was at the small fight. It was like it was a professional fight, but it was a real small event. And Roy Jones Jr. had like had some fighters that was fighting on the card or whatever. And I was talking to my partner and then somebody tapped me on my shoulder, and I look, it's Roy Jones Jr. I'm like, what the fuck? Roy Jones Jr. tapping me on my shoulder? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Roy Jones Jr. is like one of my favorite fighters, you know, growing up. And I'm like, damn, this nigga really tapped me on my shoulder. I'm like, he said, how you doing? I'm like, I shook his hand, like, how you doing? I'm like, damn, like this nigga really just said something to me.
Yo, I don't know, like, because in our era, like with the young boys, it's Floyd, but in our era, it's Roy, bro. Roy was Superman to me, yo. Floyd ain't never came out with no banger, yo. I smoke, I drink. Man, come on.
I'm supposed to stop, but I can't.
I seen Roy for the first time at my first boxing event. I got Star Trek. I froze, and I'm like, y'all must have forgot. That's the only thing that kept playing in my head.
Yo, and be honest with you guys, man. These guys, legends included, the current fighters, you know, especially the legends. Let me tell you something. They love it. They're very soft-hearted guys, man. You can just walk up on them and just say, "Hey, man, what's up, Roy?" Put your hand out. They're going to embrace you because they remember when they was on top. Listen, most fighters, 90% of them, they're not rude. Bro, you can get an interview out of them. You can just say, "Well, look, I got a little YouTube channel, man. Can I get a little picture? They'll do it. I've been around the business, man. These guys are humble guys, man. For real.
A lot of boxers like that. Like I interviewed Sean when I was down in DC. And
Sean Porter.
Yeah, Sean Porter. And afterwards I said, yo, when I do my first podcast, you know, would you be my first guest? He like, not a problem, man. Here's my email. Get in contact with my peoples. And when you're ready to do your first podcast, I'll do it with you.
See that? Very simple.
That's simple. Yeah, you know. And I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know what I was thinking about. I ran into Dave James, the trainer of the year. Like, what the fuck, man?
Hey, Kareem. Don't feel bad. Last month, I bumped into Alicia, and I was like, I don't even want to ask her for nothing but a picture. I just want the picture.
You bumped to Alicia Dunbar?
Yeah, I was talking to her. We took a picture of everything, man. I ain't want nothing else.
Listen, Magic Marty, you don't take a picture with my baby mama. You understand?
I ain't gonna take no more. I ain't gonna take no more pictures.
No picture with my baby mama.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. Her mother lives out here where I live out in Maryland, right? So about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I hit her up on Instagram while she was in town. I said, hey, let's get together and do an interview. She was like, bet. And when it was about almost time for us to do it, she hit me up. She's like, listen, I'm still with my family. We eating crabs right now. Maybe we can do it later and shit. And I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, then I'm doing something. So I was so pissed off that interview never happened and shit, you know?
Yeah, she real down to earth, though. She like a city girl. She real down to earth.
Exactly. So hopefully this weekend when I see her, man, I'm going to remind her.
Hey, Kareem, you better watch him, brother. He going to see her this weekend, brother.
Hey, listen, don't make me pull up to New York. I will pull up with my Timberlands on, ready for all the smoke.
Yo, nigga, I got that ring walk embedded in my mind, boy. I thought she was gonna twerk for a minute, boy, the way she came down that
Listen,
that
I'm
ring
gonna
walk
have a
was
watch.
sexy as
Listen,
hell.
I'm gonna have
boy.
a watch. I'm gonna have a watch party on my channel when she fight this coming up weekend.
Nice.
I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna check your joint out. I'll check your channel out,
I'm
man.
gonna definitely have a watch party.
I'm
Like I love it.
going to be in the building. Yes, indeed.
Man,
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, fellas.
hopefully
And
Errol Spence will keep
and Clarissa Shields, she said she's showing up. So
yeah, she should. She
yeah,
should.
so that's what's up.
about Clarissa Shields t-shirt too, right? And like I'll be sharing Clarissa Shields stuff on my Instagram. Like every time I share stuff on Instagram, she like it or whatever.
Nice.
As soon as I buy her damn $50-$60 shirt and I tag her and she don't even like it, I'm like, God damn. I done spent my hard on money on this shirt. You ain't showing nigga no love.
Ain't that crazy how we spend $60 for a t-shirt?
Yo,
that's crazy.
$60 for a t-shirt. Y'all
I'm sorry, I ain't got there yet.
Hey, listen.
I like the t-shirts Earl got, but I just can't spend that money, man. I'm cheap, man.
Listen,
I can't.
I'm a boxing fan.
If you don't stop that bullshit, Jay, because you know what I'm talking about. I ain't even gonna say it. Don't stop that bullshit, Jay. Stop that bullshit.
Any boxers that I like, hey,
Jamil, cut that shit out, yo.
You hear me?
Yo.
Any boxers that I like, I'm gonna buy their gear though. Except Terence Crawford, I ain't buying his shit.
Yo, we've been on here for 3 hours. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to go to sleep. Thanks to manager Marty. Thanks to my man Hardcore Boxing News. Thanks to my man T. Kareem Boxing News. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for joining.
Hey, man, I appreciate you bringing us together tonight, man. I enjoyed this for sure, man. I like when minds get together and talk boxing, man. I really enjoy this type of stuff. So, I was watching Hoodlum. I was watching the movie Hoodlum, and then I looked down and looked at my text where you hit me. I'm like, damn, my man sent me something. I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get on. I stopped watching my movie, bruh. I'm a big gangster movie fan.
Me too. Me too. Same here, brother.
All right, y'all. We gonna get out of here, man. Next time y'all go live, I'm willing to hop on. Just hit me up.
All right, now.
You got to salute your brother.
Salute everybody.
We out.